tagged here now by Chris Mew.
Touched on into Meldrum.
Well, there's a bit of confusion in the centre. No one seems to know who's picking up who. I notice Bradley's been picked up now by Eade.
First quarter of the 1986 VFL Grand Final. It's between Carlton and Hawthorn. Hawthorn kicking to the right. A bad bounce. Dia gets first touch, but it's going Carlton's way. Blue ball to half forward, but the Brownlow medalist gets the first kick of the game. Back to centre wing. Dorotich and Brereton tangle. English, Curran, Platten. Platten at centre field. Lovely balk to get around Madden. The two number 44s. Dunstall leads out just a little bit too far from Gould. And the flying doormat sees the ball and his opponent safely over the boundary line. It'll be a throw in at the left half forward flank for Hawthorn, about 50 metres from their goal. Hawthorn kicking to the western stand-in. Number 44 is Madden. With Dia, number 14 for Hawthorn. Will put it out by Bradley. Almost a mark to Wallace. Langford went through very solidly. Picked up by Wallace for Hawthorn. Buckenara. He'll be very keen to do well today because we remember... Why wasn't that a mark, Bob?
Well, it was just about a mark. I noticed that Blackwell's down behind the play, but he's okay.
We watch on replay and we see just how Blackwell went down as Dorotich. No, it wasn't the Blackwell incident.
Brereton into the goal square. Dunstall! And Dunstall has a chance to bring up the first score of the game. It should be a goal, and he would be still suffering from butterflies in the tummy, I'm sure. Now he's only about 10 metres out, if that. Bruce Dool just having a look at the goalpost, and it's a swirly wind, so perhaps the kick not as easy as it might look from here. Crowd behind the goal like it. They're all Hawthorn supporters. Hawthorn get off to a very good start. One goal at the 1 minute 50 mark of the first quarter.
An excellent mark by Jason Dunstall, and after playing so poorly against Bruce Dool 2 weeks ago, well, you couldn't ask for any more than to take the first mark and bring up first goal. So well done, Jason Dunstall. And when you say well done, look at the difference. 38 games, Jason Dunstall, 359 Bruce Dool.
Hawthorn scoring first blood in the 86 Grand Final. The Hawks leading by 6 points.
Good start for Hawthorn. Madden got the tap down and fumbled at centre field again. Picked up that time and driven down by Swab over Hawthorn's half-forward line. Coming out to meet it as Glasgow played a great game, but he fumbled. There's a touch of nerves amongst all the players. Montley, he gets that hand pass out there on the half-back line. A long kick. There's a chance for DiPiero Manico. Bounced the wrong way. Going, oh, Evans was grabbed, didn't have the ball, but the umpire called play on. Tapped on by Langford. Goes across to Evans. Driven back by Wallace. Punched out again by Dean. The ball comes back towards little Loveridge, and Loveridge boots the ball over the half-forward line. Coming out now. Oh, Harms has got it. Right on the 50-metre defence line. Umpire calling play on. He's a bit confused. Over to Inglis. Inglis gets the ball out wide. There's a go from Meldrum. He's got it. And Tuck was late on the scene. Could be a 15-metre penalty. No, the umpire didn't pay that. The kick by Meldrum didn't cover a great distance. Kernahan nearly marked that, but umpire's not giving any charity. There's Johnson streaming away from the pack. Going for the goals. This looks good. It might be through. No, was touched right on the line. And it's 1 point. So Carlton rebounding very quickly.
Gee, that wind carried the ball in.
Carlton 1 point to Hawthorn 1 goal, 6 points into the quarter by 3.5 minutes. And it's at a hectic pace at the moment, Bob.
It certainly is, Lou, and it'll be interesting just to see how they settle down. A lovely mark there.
Lovely mark to Langford.
Play on.
Play on, he called. A hand pass coming back now to Wallace. Wallace in everything over to Weed. Oh, well, that should be a free kick to Curran. The umpire's going to pile a bit of a box on between Ayres and Rhys Jones. Well, the umpire's already getting the book out. It looks as though Rhys Jones could be booked.
He's gone.
And by a boundary umpire. What a sensational start.
Cameron, though.
I think the boundary umpire came over too to have something to say, Pete.
Let's see what happened there. Ayres and Rhys Jones in a tangle.
Well, I don't know if that's a reportable offence, is it? Could you...
Not unless something happened before that.
That's rather strange. Let's hope it doesn't put Rhys Jones off his game because he's a brilliant player. They need him here today. Or going back to Ayres, he gets the free kick. I thought it might have been a mark to Curran. And a free kick, but he's, of course...
15-metre penalty too.
15-metre penalty. This brings him right up to the wing position. It into the quarter by just on 5 minutes. And Hawthorn lead by 5 points.
Gary Ayres from left centre wing. Looks for Brereton. Clatton. He's scrambled down there, and we will see a bounce. Still at Hawthorn's left half forward flank. I guess judging by the wind or the flags here, Carlton kicking with the assistance of it, but of course in this stadium it does swirl round a lot. Almost over the boundary line, still in play. Now it's over. It will be a free kick to Carlton in the right back pocket, and the recipient will be John Dorotich.
Bob, they're certainly not giving Reece Jones the latitude he had in the second semi-final. Ayres is not leaving his side.
No, they're not going to let a player run around and do the damage that he did in that game.
Yes, he was best on the ground. I think most of us would agree there. 4 Carlton players. Tommy Alvin is the one to get there first. Alvin's kick over the heads of a lot of players down there. It bounces Carlton's way from McClure. The opposite captain is Michael Tuck. Dippy Domenico starting well for Hawthorn at left centre wing. Buckenara, mile in the air, couldn't take it. Clatton. Oh, grab, surely. Gave him like a rash.
15 metres it should be. Not being paid.
Well, he grabbed him once.
Oh, look at him go in the air that time.
Yes, I think if he'd have taken that, we might have changed our mark of the year.
That's right.
Buckenara, I was going to say earlier, will be very keen to do well today because he was injured in the opening minutes of the 83 grand final, which Hawthorn won. Hit the post, so 1 point. Hawthorn lead by 6 points at the 6.5-minute mark of the quarter. Long kick by the little rover from South Australia originally, and just off target. It's left to number 37, Wayne Harms, to bring the ball back after that behind was scored. Harms straight up the ground. Good safe mark by English. English and half-back looks for the hand pass. It's taken by Glascott. Kernahan. This way, that way, gets clear, shoots it, goal, and is off target and puts it, no, it's out of bounds. So a boundary throw-in to take place, Carlton's left forward pocket.
And we're just on the 7-minute mark, 6 points the difference in favour of Hawthorn. Dunstall kicking their first goal with a brilliant mark against Dool. And of course, Bruce Dool playing his last game. The backers Hunter got the tap down, kicked off the ground that time by Eade. Coming in to meet it now is Reece Jones, heavily tagged that time by Ayres, but he's clear now, the tag. Over it goes to Harms, a long shot at goal. And look at this kick, it travels plenty of distance, but unfortunately for Carlton, it's off target, and it goes through for 1 point. Carlton still yet to score a goal, 2 behinds on the board. The Hawthorn 1 goal, 7 points, 7.5 minutes gone of the first quarter of the 1986 grand final in front of a capacity crowd here today, over the 100,000 mark. Oh, they all fly, no one takes them out. There's Green getting it out the DP in a minute ago. A good tackle by Alvin. Umpire call play on, giving plenty of latitude today. Grand final. Ayres gets it over to Curran. A long kick up there towards Dunstall and Dool. Dunstall got his hands to it. In comes Dorotich. Kicks it off the ground. Not a good one. Backs up well. The hand pass is bad. Back it comes now to Brown. A stop and goal. But he's off target. And it's through for 1 point. So Hawthorn doing most of the attacking, but they've missed a couple of easy ones down there. 1 goal, 8 points. The Carlton 2 behinds only. So the difference 6 points. As we wait now for the ball to come back into play as we approach the 8.5-minute mark of this first quarter. Good mark to Dean now, right on the 50-metre defence line. 15-metre penalty. Well, they've settled down pretty quickly, Bob. Normally they take a bit longer than this.
Yes, there hasn't been the mishandling that we usually come to find in grand finals.
Johnson goes for a hand pass. He was trapped. Langford was trapped too. We see Abbott, I should say, get it over deep here. Domenico going through, taps it on very intelligently, but the umpire's made him a free kick for interference. And Dippy will take the free kick short of centre-half back. Short pass, Langford fumbled, but recovered okay. Kernahan right on his tail. Oh, Kernahan copped a heavy one from Deer, and the umpire spotted it. And he's going to take the book out. I would say and report him. Well, so he should, because he reported Reece Jones. Fair's fair.
Foolish play.
Foolish play. Let's watch it again, Bob.
You watch on replay.
Yes, it's an elbow, isn't it?
See for yourself. When your side's got the ball, come in and shepherd, but don't give it away.
That's right. That's why it was foolish. Bad kick. That wasn't a particularly good pass. Meldrum gets clear of Schwab and a long shot at goal. Goal. Carlton's first. So that free kick proving pretty costly for Hawthorn. 1-2, scores level.
This is a great goal by Paul Melbourne. He really took advantage of that. It was a very clever play and a nice long goal. And so Greg Deere paying the penalty for a foolish piece of shepherding.
Especially, as we said before, when Hawthorn had the ball and were going forward, and umpire Peter Cameron was right on the spot. 10.5 minutes gone. First quarter, scores level with the 86 grand final. Deere wins that knockout. Eade, Green. High kick to half forward. Funny old bounce favours Gary Ayres, who thumps it some 25 metres downfield, but it's all Carlton and picked up by Motley. Motley's short pass, he'll find someone with that. Glascott, well tackled. Not a good kick. Eade.
Upfield, Peter.
That's a grand final free kick.
McClure. Kernahan stumbles. Opportunity now for his opposite number 4, Russo, but the boundary line is too close. And Russo, it would appear, has the job of tagging Bernie Evans. We haven't seen much of Evans so far. Likewise Russo, so Russo perhaps doing a good job to date. McClure goes up high with Langton. Ball booted out by Abbott. Green. Into Ayres at centre field. Ayres covering a lot of territory today. Not a good kick. Brereton in front of Dorotich will look for a hand pass to Platten, originally intended, I think, but Curran's there, backs up well, his shot at goal is through! Hawthorn hit back 2-2 to 1-2, 14 plays up.
And it really started from defence now, where Abbott was in the thick of things, getting the ball out, and Gary Ayres, a surprise selection on the wing, and so far doing an excellent job against his opponent, Rhys Jones, and now we see Peter Curran. Ball turn, Brereton getting the hand pass out, and a nice goal from Peter Curran. Good play, Dermot Brereton.
Hawthorn lead by 6 points now at the 12-minute mark of the first quarter, and that was Curran's first goal. Knocked down by Madden. Gets it well down to Blackwell. Blackwell with Dippy Domenico in pursuit onto Albin. Albin inside the 50-metre line. There's the quick reply. Hit the post. Post to reach. So that evens that score, and the difference is 5 points.
Well, they certainly bounced back quickly, Carlton. That was brilliant play on the part of Blackwell and Albin. The score report unlucky for the Blues. But the game, after a kind of a slow start as far as the tempers are concerned, Bob, it's starting to hot up a bit now.
I think they've really started to realise that it is a grand final.
DP Domenico scaling out brilliantly, drives the ball back to centre half forward. At the back is Buckenham. He's claiming that mark, and rightly so.
No mark.
No mark. The umpire said play on. Kicked off the ground by Harves over to Ayres, doing a great job on Rhys Jones. Tapped on by Dunstall. Beautiful play, and this will be a goal. No doubt about that. A goal of Brereton. That was magnificent play on the part of Dunstall. Great play, so we see the scoreboard. Hawthorn up to a great start. 3 goals, 2-20. The Carlton, 1 goal, 3-9 points.
Brereton almost did that in slow motion.
Well, he certainly did, and it was no doubt the umpire did the right thing there. It was no mark to Buckenham. Ayres once again in the thick of things, and look at the piece of play by Dunstall. A tap on there, giving Dermot Brereton all of the time in the world.
Well, the difference 11 points. And we're 13.5 minutes into this first quarter. The 1986 grand final. Knocked out by Madden over to Blackwell. Jucking the ball. He's grabbed. He got one a bit high. Down he goes. The umpire will ball it up. Well, Hawthorn, Ayres is doing a magnificent job there on the wing on Rhys Jones. Not only got Rhys Jones covered, Bob, but being a brilliant player himself.
So far he is, Luke.
Looking a little groggy.
Well, he's had a couple of knocks today. That shook him up a bit, that one. Of course, he was a doubtful starter.
He is a bit groggy.
My word, he's a bit groggy. Really shook him up that last bump. I thought it might have been a free kick. The ball comes down there towards Russo, fumbles the ball. Picked up by Abbott. Abbott gets a hurried kick back towards Brereton. Hits the deck. There's a go for Curran. A slick hand pass over to Platt. Walks beautifully. Nearly got one from Dean, but he's clear. Short pass, and Curran's got it. Curran backing up beautifully. Goes another pass. It'll be okay. And Buckenham got one for Motley.
15 metres, is it?
No, I don't think so. I don't think Motley could do anything else that time. And Buckenham, a strong gutsy mark that time, has a chance to put another goal on the board for Hawthorn. There's nothing else he could have done there, Bob.
He umpire did the right thing. It is a grand final, let's face it.
And Gary Buckenara has the chance to bring up his first goal in the VFL Grand Final.
There he is from about, and that's what it is, a goal. So Hawthorn at the 15-minute mark of this first quarter of the Grand Final of 1986.
Blackwood coming off, Luke.
4 goals, 2-26 to Carlton, 1 goal, 3-9 points. As Bob Skilton said, Blackwood coming off the ground looking pretty groggy.
Robertson on.
And going out pretty quickly too. Let's watch that goal again in replay. Flattened, lovely balk here, just as well. His head would have finished up in the southern stand. And then he got it under Curran. Curran in turn to Buckenara, who goaled for Hawthorn. Back into the centre. Hawthorn lead by 15 points. Need fumbles, chance for Green. Off the ground, left half forward flank. Dorotich and Brereton. Dorotich gets there first. Gets the ball out in turn to Dean. That was a free kick going Carlton's way. He was grabbed when not in possession.
Good play on the part of Dorotich too, Pete.
Well, you're a big rap for him, Lou.
Well, he knocked it out.
He has had a good year. And doing a good job on Kernahan so far as Langford. 31 is Alvin, 44 is Platten, who's over the boundary line with the ball. Throw-in to Foggo on the centre wing. Coach's box for Carlton, Robbie Walls. Madden and Deere. Madden doing a little bit better in the ruck. Alvin fumbles. Need to Dippy Domenico, who started well. Ayres, as Bob mentioned, is also playing well on the wing. Buckenara may get there. No, English will beat him to it, and the ball was over the line, is it? It is now. Buckenara's down.
From Motley.
It's a boundary throw-in, I think.
Well, it can still be a free kick, Pete, if you infringe. You've got one right on the ear.
Not paying it, Luke.
Let's take a look at it again.
No, I think he missed him. I think it's a good decision by the umpire.
Brereton over the top of Madden, but Madden will get the free kick for one in the ear. And you have to be told to touch him on the ear. Justin's about 6'9" or thereabouts. Madden from back pocket. Kernahan has it knocked away from him. Actually, that was almost a mark. Rhys Jones spins out beautifully. Alvin, right centre wing. Short pass. Hunter marks in front of Mew. Johnson runs into Mew. Caught holding the ball.
Play on's all well and good, but when you give it to a man who's running straight at an opponent.
So the free kick going Hawthorn's way, and it will be taken by Chris Mew, assisted by a 15-metre penalty, and that brings him up almost to centre wing.
And we're approaching the 18-minute mark of this first quarter, and Hawthorn looking good at this early stage of the grand final. Knocked out by Brereton. There's a stack up here, and the umpire will ball it up about 65 metres out from the Hawthorn goal. They're looking good. 4 goals, 2-26 to Carlton, 1 goal, 3-9 points. And that forward line of Carlton's under a bit of strain because the defensive Hawthorn staying very close. Madden doing a lot better today, particularly in the ruck, as the ball is driven back there towards Buckenara and Motley, having a great battle. Tapped on by Brereton. Over it goes to Green. Green goes down. And the umpire said that it'll be a baller.
Peter Donegan downstairs has some news on Wayne Blackwell, Pete.
Yes, Pete, they're looking at Wayne Blackwell for signs of concussion. When he sat on the bench, the doctor told him to read the scoreboard, which he did. He's nodding his head saying he's okay, but only the doctor will have the last word on that.
Well, he was stunned. There's nothing about that. The ball knocked out by Deere. Comes across to Ayres. He goes down. A good hand pass back to Buckenara. And a hurry snap at goal, and it's over the line and through for 1 point. So Hawthorn doing most of the attacking and looking the better side. And Jean's a worried man, but I should imagine, Bob, he'd be pretty happy with their performance so far.
We're never happy until the game's finished, Lou, but at this stage I'm sure he would be reasonably content.
Alvin out towards Motley and Loveridge. Motley will be paid that mark.
No, he won't.
No, he's not paying it. They've got to earn it today. If we see this fella doing well, Domenico. Let's fly at the goals. It's a long shot. A chance for Dill. Got under that one. Luckily for Carlton too, because it went through for 1 point. Standing at the back that time was Dunstall. Domenico giving plenty of orders. 1 goal, 3-9 points to 28 points for Hawthorn. The ball back in the play again. It's English. Right on the 50-metre defence line. Drives the ball out to Melbourne. Coming out with Melbourne was Tuck. Tuck and Melbourne go over the line, and the ball is out of bounds on the centre wing position. Into this first quarter by 19.5 minutes. And Hawthorn, 4 goals, 28 to Carlton, 1 goal, 3-9 points. Carlton badly needing a goal to get themselves back in the picture. Knocked out by Madden, dominating the knockouts. Over it goes to Wallace. Dorridge couldn't hold that one. Back to Brereton. He's collared. In goes Dorridge. Umpire's found a free kick. It'll go to Brereton against English. So Brereton's got a chance now to send them deep into attack. He's gone for a hand pass. Over to Eade. There's the replay. Eade at 50 metres out. Fires at the goals. Dunstan and Dool. Dunstan knocks the ball on. Dool's first to recover, but the young fella's after him. But Dool on the boundary line, and the old veteran, the flying doormat, gets it back out towards the wing position. There's a chance now for Bradley. He's been unsighted so far. Back to Ablett. Good play. Over it goes to Green. Back to Wallace. Out wide looking for Plutton. The ball is out of bounds. About
free kick, I think, Luke. And it'll come back to Wallace. And great play by Paul Abbott. He took the bit between the teeth and attacked the ball, took it away and showed tremendous courage and great skill.
Just on the 21-minute mark of this first quarter. 4-4 to 1-3.
Peter Motley, number 2 for Carlton. Motley in the back pocket. Straight up the centre of the ground. Kernahan.
But he's got to come away down the ground to get those kicks, Bob.
Rhys Jones. Rhys Jones up to Schwab. And Schwab marks a half-back for Hawthorn. Strong mark. He plays on. He'll be shepherded by Deere, who got his number taken earlier in the quarter. Another strong mark in the defence for Carlton, this time by Dean. Peter Cameron whistling him back on the mark, which disadvantaged the side.
Well, he brought him back because of Rhys Jones' actions.
Ball towards left half forward, thumped away by Langford, missed by Melbourne, picked up by Tuck. His kick is a short one to centre field, or centre wing. Buckenara tries to get clear, can't do so. Off the ground from Schwab. Schwab's kick to left, to right half forward flank. Dorridge will get there first for Carlton. Dorridge goes deliberately.
Now that is deliberate.
No doubt about that. He doesn't get penalised though. But if we go back
that was so blatant it just didn't matter.
Yeah.
He could have easily passed to one of his teammates there too, Bob.
I wonder if Fitzroy's Michael Nettlefold was watching, because he was penalised against Hawthorn in the qualifying final a few years ago for a similar offence. Hawthorn won that game by 4 points. We're talking about consistency. Madden against Curran. Madden's too tall, but he doesn't get an effective tap out. Motley dives, gets one in the back of the neck. Umpire Peter Cameron has found a free kick, or is it going to be a bounce? I think it might be the latter. Still at Hawthorn's right half forward flank. 22.5 minutes into the first quarter. Madden. English. Over the head of Ayres. Picked up by Rhys Jones. Fumbles, gets one in the back. Should get a free kick.
A free kick to Rhys Jones. He's had his troubles here today. He's already been reported, and of course he's got a very difficult opponent today in Ayres. He hasn't left his side, but he's coming back. He's had a couple of kicks. He won't be out of it. McClure got under that. Ball missed by Robertson. Glasgow tries to get out of trouble. They pounce on top of him. Hawthorn looking more desperate at the moment in this early part of the match, but there's a long way to go yet. It's the Carlton interchange bench. Blackwell there, of course, who was a bit stunned, but he seems to be okay now. That's Deer's kick, a very high one. That was Abbott, I should say, not a very high. They don't cover much distance. DiPiero Menico over to Ayres, the man of the moment, as it goes over the half-forward line, punched out by Dool as it goes for Buckenara. Kicks it off the ground, it's going close, it'll bounce in for a goal. Oh, what's the fortune? That's his second. And no wonder he's happy about that, Bob, because it did do a hop break to bounce through for a goal.
Maradona would have been quite proud of that one. There's not a doubt in the world as Dool punches the ball away. And let's have a look at this. He kicks it. Now it doesn't leg break. Well, off break, Lou. I'm sorry, is that right?
That's an off break. All depends on what hand you're batting with, Bob. 24 minutes gone of this first quarter of the 1986 grand final. Carlton in trouble now. 5 goals for 34. Hawthorn to Carlton 139 points. Carlton go back into attack. Langford gets a short kick, but a beaut mark there taken by Platten.
Platten at centre half back. Platten's gone out to the wing position. Mark taken by Gary Ayres. Who was said before, covering a lot of territory. He gets decked, but no free kick downfield. Curran doing battle with Motley, but Motley wins out. Hawthorn's tackling is good at the moment. Madden fumbles, but hits it straight to his opponent, Deere, who hits it back to Madden, who is grabbed on the leg. Madden wobbles the punt kick up the centre wing. Knocked away by Tuck from Meldrum. Wallace showed plenty of courage there. Loveridge, Ayres on right centre wing. Back to Russo. High kick to half forward. Brereton over the top. Madden was there. English and Platten. Platten grab. Didn't have the ball. Play on call. Meldrum right on the boundary line. Rhys Jones. Caught. As I said, Hawthorn's tackling pretty good at the moment. Mark McClure, Carlton captain. McClure at left centre wing. Meldrum runs into trouble. Holding the ball.
On the shoulder, Pete.
Holding the ball, Luke.
Well, he indicated on the shoulder.
He said it was on the shoulder. He indicated that.
Oh, I see. Yes,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right. To Melbourne. To Loveridge.
Mark taken by Deere on right centre wing. Deere onto Eade. He'll look for Brereton. Has to fly with Dorotich. Dorotich has done a good job there so far. Robertson to English. Probably one of Carlton's best English. Bradley. Plenty of room to move at right half forward flank. Abbott won't catch him. Bradley should be able to score. Out of bounds. Boundary throw in. Carlton's right forward pocket. We're a minute into time on in the first quarter. It's going to be Kernahan against Langford. Now is the ball flat? The umpire's conferring there. Hunter over the top. Wallace, short kick. Two number 4s. That's almost in the back. Umpire Peter Cameron doesn't think so.
Pretty close to it, Pete.
It was, wasn't it?
Certainly was.
I think they've been consistent in letting the game flow. There's a number of Tiggy Touchwood free kicks that you could have picked out, but they've let them go.
Good umpiring, perhaps, Bob, on a grand final situation. Langford wins that one. Johnston sharks it. Snap shot. It's still in play. Now it's out. The ball just propped. Free kick. Talk about funny free kicks.
You shouldn't open your mouth, should you?
That's right.
Let's look at that again if we have it. Might take the kick first, but we were talking about consistency before, Bob, weren't we? Did he dive?
I think he did.
He's got a chance to bring up Carlton's second goal, and they badly need one at the moment. No, I don't think so. Wait on the goal umpire. 1 point kicked by David Glaskett. And that takes Carlton score to 1-4. That trail Hawthorn 5-4 at the 27.5-minute mark.
24 points the difference. And Carlton in plenty of bother. Their forward line not looking too hot at the moment, Bob. They're well covered by this strong defence of Hawthorn.
Well, that was a free kick too.
Comes out to English. He was well tackled that time by the length, but that was a great tackle. And, of course, the ball will be thrown in from that half-back line for Carlton. It's about 75, 80 metres around from the Carlton goal. Well, Kernahan actually tapped that down, picked up beautifully by Rhys Jones over to McClure. Goes for a pass, looking for Hunter. He's covered by Mew. Mew goes for the tap on. Ain't again. Coming in to meet it is Bernie Evans. Shows too much pace for his bigger opponent. But there's Loveridge sitting back. He fumbled it. It didn't matter. He saved it going through for a goal. It's 1 point, but Carlton off target. 1 goal, 5-11 points to Hawthorn. 5-4-34. There's a rover going to kick the ball back into play now. It's Loveridge. Oh, he not kicks in these days.
He doesn't know where to go.
Now he does. That means he hasn't had much practice of kicking the ball back into play, but not a bad sort of a kick from a rover. He finds Swab out there and half-back, goes for a bit of a gallop. The ball around towards the Hawthorn half-forward line. And they're hot at the moment, the Hawthorn forwards. Oh, bad luck for half, but cashing in on that was Curran from 50 metres out. A running shot at goal. Dunstan and Doyle. They both miss it. Dill's first to recover, but can't pick it up in time, and it bounces through for a point.
There's Curran missing the fact that he had Brereton short, and Brereton was completely clear.
So it's 1 goal, 5 to 5 goals, 5. A short pass coming out to Tommy Alvin down there on the back pocket, goes wide, looking there for Motley. I think Motley should give him the job now of picking up DiPietro Manigo, Bob.
I think you might find that Motley will swap back and just for the kick-off, I think, Lou.
15-metre penalty there to Motley. The ball goes back now towards Kernahan and Langford. They both smith it. Down goes Hunter. He's covered by Wallace. Can't get clear. It's holding the ball against him. That's a good decision, too, because he had it smothered. So Wallace's kick is out wide towards the wing position. Curran in front and a great mark. He's got a beautiful pair of hands, this bloke. He's in rare form in these finals, Bob Curran.
Yes, he's done a great job, Lou.
So Curran out there in the centre wing position. And Hawthorn 5-5 to Carlton, 1 goal 5. The Blues not looking too hot. Oh, great mark to Brereton. What a beauty between two of them then. And Brereton right there on the 50-metre attacking line. Goes for a pass. It's okay. And it's found Dunstall. He's already kicked 1 goal on Dill, but he's a fair way out. 50 metres out, in fact.
At least the Hawthorn forward line are moving around and leading.
Yep. Carlton forward line looking hopeless, and a few of their star players are unsighted so far. Just on the 30.5-minute mark as Dunstan comes in for goal number 2. It's not a bad sort of a kick either, but one make the distance. They all fly as they go for Buckenara, flies at the goal, but it's through for 1 point. So Hawthorn moving on now to 5 goals, 6-36 to Carlton. Not looking so hot. 1 goal, 5, 11 points.
Wayne Harms to bring the ball back into play. Alden making the lead, but he goes to the opposite flank. Wallace gave his opponent just a little bit of a nudge in the back there to take the grab. Wallace from half forward. Buckenara, the height, can't mark it. Harms backs up well. Brushes the tackle aside. Likewise, Bernie Evans for Carlton. Evans clear at the 50-metre defence line. Around Russell Green. Albert at the square. Alden downfield and left half forward. Good mark to McClure. Gave Abbott the nudge on to Robertson. Robertson's pass is a shocker, and there's the siren for the end of the first quarter. As the bell sounded the end for that promising forward move from Carlton, with Hawthorn leading 5-6, 36 to 1-5-11 at quarter time.
A great start by Hawthorn. 5 goals, 6 to 1 goal, 5. There was no doubt about it. Their attack looked good. And, of course, they've also made a great move by putting Ayres on the elusive and brilliant Reece Jones. And, of course, that stopped one of their avenues to goal. And that's put them in plenty of trouble. Their forward line is badly sagging. Of course, some of their star players have been missing badly here today, too. Players like Bradley and a few others. But a great performance by Hawthorn. That should give them tremendous confidence for the rest of this match.
Hawthorn leading 5-6 to 1-5 at quarter time.
What a fine first quarter it was by Hawthorn, who incidentally went into this game as slight favourites. At quarter time we find Hawthorn 5 goals, 6-36, leading Carlton 1 goal, 5-11. Main goal scorer on the ground at the moment is Hawthorn forward Gary Buckenara. He's contributed 2 and singles to Jason Dunstall, Dermot Brereton and Peter Curran. Whilst for Carlton, it's a different story. Paul Meldrum is their sole contributor. But it's very early days yet, with just 1 of 4 great quarters of football completed. Let's now return to our commentary position. Here's Peter.
Right, thank you, Sandy, and the respective coaches, Alan Jeans and Robert Walls, still addressing their sides. The Hawthorn camp now breaking up, and Walls continues his address, but let's get some thoughts on the first quarter of football from Bob Scoot.
Well, around the ground, there's no doubt in the world that apart from on the scoreboard, honours for the quarter must go to Hawthorn. Not only do they lead by 25 points, but they've been on top right across the centre, where the Brownlow medalist D. Domenico started off in excellent style, and on the other wing, a surprise move, but one that has really come off. Gary Ayres, and by far the better of the best player on the ground in the second semi-final. That's David Reece Jones. Starting off in the centre against Terry Wallace was Wayne Blackwell, and he was obviously a little bit groggy, but he's back on the ground now. Robinson and McKenzie coming back to the interchange bench, and Blackwell will probably go and pick up Wallace once again. And Dermot Brereton had the better of Doherty at centre half forward, and whilst at the other end of the ground, Langford made it very tough for Kernahan to get kicks at centre half forward. Likewise, Mew for Hunter at centre half back, full back, I should say. Stats for the first term: Hawthorn with an advantage of 19 kicks, Carlton having 4 more handballs, but a lot of those under pressure. Marks equal, free kicks pretty much the same. Shots at goal, 3 in favour of Hawthorn, but around the ground, Hawthorn by far the better side in the first term.
Second quarter of the 1986 VFL Grand Final. Hawthorn leading by 25 points, but there's a long way to go yet. Umpire Peter Cameron to bounce the ball to start proceedings. Madden's been on top in the ruck so far over Deer, and he wins that one. Evans puts Carlton into attack. Carlton up towards the left half forward flank. Tuck and Meldrum over the top was Langford. Tuck takes the hand pass from Ayres. The Hawthorn captain streaming forward. Life in the old legs yet, apparently. Tuck, short pass. Oh, Dunstall, great mark. Endley. 3 marks he's taken so far. He's gone for a pass. Not a good one. Blackwell back on the field. He left looking a little bit groggy in the first quarter, but seems to be okay now. Glascott turns back on his heels and gives it to English. Harms takes the mark. Harms at a little bit short of the right centre wing position. Is that a mark to Elvin? I didn't think so. Neither did the umpire. Johnson could have almost got a free kick, but the umpire again lets the call play on. Schwab should be penalised for holding the ball. I take it you don't agree with that, Bob?
I did not agree at all.
To me, Peter and Bob, they look a little bit confused, Carl.
Johnston's kick to half forward. Thumped away by Langford. Russo content to see the ball out of bounds. And a boundary throw in will follow at Carlton's right half forward flank.
Hawthorn not letting the Carlton Stars get out of their sight, Bob. They're tagging them all over the ground. They're sticking very close today.
Mew has it knocked away by Hunter. And once again a stalemate develops. Peter Cameron, one of the more senior men in white in VFL ranks, will bounce the ball.
It looks as though McClure is virtually lining up at full forward for the moment, and Hunter coming up the ground a bit. They're trying something different.
And they've got to do that when they're behind by 25 points. Hunter was the high flyer there. Blackwell effects a tackle. It's a real scramble to the start of the second quarter. 2 minutes have so far gone.
2 minutes gone of this second quarter of the 1986 Grand Final. And it's still 25 points the difference in favour of the Hawks. Knocked out that time by Kernahan. Picked up by Schwab. He goes for the boundary line. It's out of bounds on the full. Now there's the chance for Carlton to go deep into attack through Ben English. Des English, I should say. Going through is Kernahan. A hand pass coming over there to Johnson, but he couldn't get out of that one. Had no hope of getting rid of the ball, and the umpire will ball it up. You think it was a throw, Pete, do you?
Well, that's why I disagree with the one in the middle. If you're going to give one, you give the other.
There's the bounce again. Well, I'll give that to Deer. Ayres gets a hurried kick coming out towards the boundary line. DiPierdomenico and Alvin go after it. Alvin in the front posse, but DiPierdomenico's right on his tail. It'll go out of bounds. DiPierdomenico going over the line. Of course, he tied for the 1986 Brownlow medal, which was a surprise. What's that again? Did he get one in the back? And we'll leave that to you sitting at home. Back to Schwab, a hurried kick, and that's what Hawthorn are doing. They're not messing about. They're getting the ball quickly to their boot. And it's out of bounds, gradually creeping up to their half-forward line. Waiting now for the umpire to bring the ball back into play as we approach the 3.5-minute mark of the second quarter. Madden dominated the run, but that was a bad knockout to Russo. Russo drives it back there looking for Dunstall. And the bounce was against Dunstall, and Doolan's out of bounds. So it's well over their half-forward line, about 40 metres out from their goal. Capacity housey today, over the 100,000 mark, I would say. And what a feeling it is to be at the 1986 Grand Final. Well, what a feeling it is to be at any VFL Grand Final. Motley with a hand pass, coming back now. Tapped on again by Dean. The ball is out of bounds. So it's out of bounds about 60 metres around from the Hawthorn goal. But they've been into attack for most of this game, and their forward line looking good. On the other hand, Carlton's attack looks woeful. There's no coordination at all down there. Back to Dean. Dean can't get through the pack. That's Loveridge going down. They pile on top of him, and the umpire once again will ball it up.
It's been a scrambly start to this quarter.
Well, it's been, yeah, it has been a scrambly start. Ball up again. We're just over the 4-minute mark, or approaching the 4.5-minute mark of this second quarter.
Madden getting a lot of hit-outs, but not directing them well. Hawthorn ball again in the forward pocket. Green onto his left foot. Dool in front of Dunstall. Dunstall gets in front of him, and how did he do that? Snapshot is a goal! Oh, what a ripper! He got around Bruce Dool, which is not easy to do, and Dunstall brings up his second goal. 6-6-42 to 1-5-11.
A glorious goal by Jason Dunstall, and we watch it again on replay. Russell Green leading to the ball, hooks it, and very awkward bounce, and you must attack the ball, and that's exactly what Dunstall did, and then a glorious snap over the shoulder for a lovely goal.
2 goals to Dunstall, 2 to Buckenara, Brereton and Curran, the goal kickers for Hawthorn. Meldrum has 1 for Carlton. Hawthorn by 31 points at the 5-minute mark of the second quarter. Johnston for Carlton in possession, gets overrun. Bradley gets it out to Elvin. Still a race forward. Curran, good hand pass. Wallace and Bradley. Wallace again loses it. Picked up by English, and my book, Carlton's best player, onto Johnston. At the back, Hunter. No mark. Free kick, surely. Although it maybe penalised the side. So Carlton a chance to go deep into attack. Here it is in replay. Not much doubt about that going to Evans. Short pass. Hunter. No.
Good play by Abbott.
Langford in left back pocket. He looked for a pass, either by foot or hand. He's gone with the foot. Curran takes the mark. Back to that same player. Langford. Wallace running at left centre wing. Reed, one of the veterans on the Hawthorn side. Not a good pass, but it does find Brereton. Back to Reed. Have to get rid of this quickly. Puts the Buckenara. Buckenara marks and plays on. 50 metres out. He'll just about kick this. It's long. It's just about there. It has gone through, I think. It's a goal. And it's Bucky's third. For Hawthorn, 7-6-48 to 1-5-11.
Well, Bob Carlton in plenty of trouble now. I know it's early days, but it's going to take a lot of catching up this league.
Some great play by Paul Abbott there. The pass coming down towards Ken Hunter. Abbott did a tremendous job to tap the ball away. That's not the play we're talking about now. It's a replay of the goal by Buckenara. But it was really started by Abbott and Langford down in defence.
3 goals to Gary Buckenara as we approach the 7-minute mark of the quarter. Wallace again sharking the hit out from Madden.
And what a job Wallace is doing in the centre. Every knockout that Madden's got has been one of the smaller Hawthorn players sharking it. It's Buckenara over to Curran, but the kick is off the side of the boot. It'll be out of bounds. It'll be a penalty free kick to Carlton down there on the half-back line.
Change coming up on the Carlton bench, it looks like.
Well, I need a few changes because they're not looking too good at the moment, Peter. Well, they all missed that. DP at a minute ago. That's their tactics, and look at them go. There's nearly a free kick to Buckenara. He'll get it. So Buckenara to get the free kick out there on the centre wing position. Carlton making 1,000 mistakes here today. And, of course, Hawthorn cashing in on it. Ball tapped down by Dorridge. Comes back towards Motley. Bounces okay. Plattons right on his tail as he kicks the ball back towards the centre wing position. They all get under that with plenty of Hawthorn players around. A slick hand pass from Deere. Over to DP at a Manigo. Drives the ball over the half-forward line. Dorridge flies. Couldn't hold the mark. Going to, he took one from Dorridge. Right on the chops. It's really stunned him. Oh, he's okay now. He knows he's got the free kick.
It does help.
It certainly does. A hand pass. Eade with a long one into the goal square. That's Dunstall and Dool. They both miss it. English going in. Misses the ball. Dool plays it safe and guards it over the line. And through for 1 point. But at the moment, at the 8.5-minute mark of the second quarter, it's all Hawthorn. 7-7-49 to Carlton 1-5-11. And Carlton not putting up a very good performance. That's a long kick, pushed out by Deere. Good play over to Weed, smothered by Madden, picked up by Eade again. Pushed away from Ayres by Albert. Back it comes to Bradley. I think that's about his third touch for the match. Up goes Blackwood, couldn't hold the mark. They're really tackling Hawthorn. They won't let him get clear. Now we see McClure going for a long kick, and there's no one there. For Carlton, it's off target, and it'll go through for 1 point. They've got no one up there on the forward line, and of course, when you're desperate, you go right up the ground chasing kicks, Bob.
Yes, and that's when the coach has got to pull him back down the ground, Lou.
Or back out wide to the back pocket. This fella's played a fantastic game, Ayres. Certainly put Reece Jones out of business in the first quarter. He started off well in the second.
There's dippers on him now.
All back there, they fly. Dean couldn't hold it. Picked up by McClure, and the veteran drives it down towards Hunter and Mew, having a great battle. Knocked out over. It goes for Grascott. It could be the goal. That isn't. By golly, didn't they need that one?
An excellent goal there by David Glasgow. He rode that beautifully, coming straight down the ground. And as the ball floated in the air, he knew that it was going to be punched forward. And Glasgow saw it come off the hands of Chris Mew. And David Glasgow puts it right through the middle. A lovely goal. Alvin back onto DP Domenico, Pete. So I think they just every now and again swap.
Hawthorn still leading by 31 points, and that was David Glasgott's first goal for Carlton. A badly needed one, certainly. Won by Deere, this knockout. Bad hand pass, though. Gives it straight to Kernahan. Well tackled. Or was it in the back? No free kick. Well umpired. Abbott to half forward. Dorotich beats Brereton for it. Short pass to Reece Jones, to Dean. Dean on left centre wing. Dean goes for a short one as well. Tuck in the road though, but backing up is Chris Mew. Carlton looking a little bit better. Reece Jones tangles with Loveridge, and that's on the shoulder. And a 15-metre penalty as well.
It's on replay now. Well, I think
on the shoulder.
He's lucky he's not up there again.
I reckon he's already been reported.
Dean takes the hand pass. Hawthorn winger's kick tries to find Buckenara, who marched in front of Motley.
Got to play a fair game down there in attack too.
Not a bad job with 3-2 so far.
I reckon.
A little bit too far out to score. He's 65 metres out. Just about get it into the square. Dean, good defence by the Carlton player. It's out of bounds and a boundary throw in right forward pocket for Hawthorn.
Wasn't a real bad kick either, Pete.
That was a good kick, wasn't it? Must have covered a good 60 metres. 31 points the difference. Brereton and Madden. Russo. One behind, I think, or out of bounds. It's a point. So 32 points the difference. 7-8 to 2-6. Dool. Straight down the ground. Motley. Hit Buckenara back to Bradley, who's caught subsequently towards the boundary line, and it will be a throw-in on centre wing.
Well, Bradley struggled all day so far. Bobby's been really out of form.
Yes, Rodney Reed's done a great job so far against Bradley.
It's Madden and Deer. Neither gets a tap out of that at all. Picked up by Glascott. His kick is a short one, but it does go Carlton's way about 10 metres. Platten looks for the Shepherd, doesn't get one. Can't affect a hand pass. And once again, we'll see a boundary throw-in. It's on centre wing. Deer and Madden again. Schwab looks for Green. Bad hand pass. Arms is right there with him. Green fumbles. Looks for a free kick. Well played, Russell Green. On to Rodney Eade. Eade at half forward. Rosso. Looks for Brereton. Not a good pass. Straight to Dorotich. He's one player you don't argue with. He certainly wouldn't pinch his beer at a punt. Dorotich to centre wing. Johnston. Oh, almost a miraculous grab. Dippy Domenico dives on it. Picked up by Johnston. Johnston's kick short to centre wing again. Funny old bounce. Who's it going to favour? Tommy Elvin. Elvin puts Carlton into attack up towards right half forward. Mew and Hunter. Mew should have taken that. Langford, short, McClure and Hunter, they can rattle it. 4 Carlton players are there. Hunter finally clear. It's a goal if it's long enough. Tuck on the line. Come on, yes, he's been allowed.
A great save by the Hawthorn captain. One on the line that time. 32 points the difference in favour of Hawthorn. Into the second quarter by 13 and a half minutes. Comes Reece Jones, who's got a chance to score a goal here. A long shot, and look at this one go. It's a goal. A beauty by Reece Jones.
Reece Jones seemed to do that in slow motion, didn't he?
I couldn't understand Michael Tuck then. As he puts the ball now straight up the centre of the ground. He had Gary Ayres on his own. And a poor kick from Michael Tuck. And the result, a goal, a vital goal at this stage, because bringing Carlton back within 4 goals makes them a big lift.
Great goal kicked by Reece Jones to make the difference. 26 points, so they're still within striking distance. Carlton have got a long way to go in this grand final of 1986. Matt knocked out by Deer. Pushed on by Wallace, doing a great job on the centre. Gets a hand pass out to Platten. Platten under pressure. Oh, he was grabbed. That'll be home a man, I reckon. He hung on too long. And the little rover, the long-haired rover from Hawthorn, Johnny Platten will take that free kick at half forward, about 65 metres out from goal. He's looking for Brereton. He's found him. Now Brereton will be 40 metres out by the time he kicks this one. The angle a bit difficult.
With Dorotich on the mark, nobody picking up Brereton.
There's the shot coming up from Brereton now. There it is on its way. A strong mark taken there by Motley down there in defence, right in the goal square.
Carlton, Peter, is steady, Blue.
Well, they've played pretty raggedy football so far, Peter, Bob. And they haven't got much system going at all, but let's hope they can settle down and make a game of this in front of this big crowd here today. Langford, he saw that what's his name was blocked that time, Kernahan by Ayres. That allowed Langford to take an easy mark. On for a short pass. Punched out by Dool away from Dunstall. Coming in to meet it now as Blackwood walks nicely in a bit of trouble. Collared by Ayres. Ayres doing a great job. Ayres birdie deep here a minute ago. A snap and goal. Will it make the distance? It does, but it's off target. And it's out of bounds. So it'll be a throw in right against the point post. Deep in Hawthorn's attacking zone. And the Hawthorn coach looking pretty worried. But his side well in front by 26 points. But there's a long way to go yet. Knocked out by Matt, picked up by Dean. A hand pass, a good one of Motley. Motley down there on the back pocket. I must agree with you, Bob. They're looking better now. We see Reece Jones take that long hand pass. And there's a long kick looking for Melbourne. Tuck and Melbourne both missed that one. Russo picked it up beautifully, one hand away from Evans. Goes for the kick, Ayres flies. Did he get it the back of Reece Jones? The umpire said no. Backing up as usual as Wallace. Drives the ball down towards half forward. Coming in to meet it now as Doherty falls over. In goes Motley to back him up, gives him a bad hand pass. The ball still in play on that half forward line. The umpire will Walter. A bit of a mess up by the two Carlton defenders then. They made hard work of that. So 16 just on 17 minutes gone of the second quarter. 3 goals, 6-24 Carlton to Hawthorn, 7-8-50.
Knocked away by Madden and out of bounds. And so a throw at this time, still inside the 50-metre line. So a chance for Hawthorn to go further forward, but Carlton manning up better in the latter part, or midway through this term. Madden's hit out again. Not well directed. Blackwood tries to get clear. Madden, opportunity to effect the hand pass. Good play by Patton to keep it away from Motley. It's out of bounds again.
Well, I know Carlton are bumbling a lot, but that's due to the pressure that Hawthorn are putting on them all the time.
Yes, Hawthorn's tackling has been excellent, Lou. They haven't allowed Carlton to get clear and break up the play at all.
Curran and Madden out to Reed. High kick over the top is Alban, and that is a trip, is it not, to English? No, not seen by the umpire. Bacanara for goal number 4. He's got it, I think. We'll wait on the umpire. It's a goal. Well, the scoreboard 8-6 to 3-6, 56 to 24.
Well, I think you called it right, Pete. It looked a trip to me. I'd be interested to see it on replay. It was a great goal at Bacanara after a nice hand pass, but it did look a trip as we watched Alvin punch the ball away.
Grab him on the leg from mine, Bob.
After seeing the replay, I even think it was more of a trip.
Four goals to Gary Bacanara after a controversial decision. Picked up by Deer. Past Curran, past Dean, past Reece Jones. Went through pretty solidly. Down goes Evans. Ball socked back to centre field. Deer and Madden both fumble. Free kick going Carlton. No, going Hawthorn's way. Bob?
Yes, Deer was held there.
Greg Deer at the circle. Platten. Nearly got up high enough. Harms to Dean. Dean short pass over the head of Alban. For him it was intended. Deep here to Domenico. Will he get around him? He does. The pass is out wide. Leading out is Bacanara. Motley puts him down effectively. Ayres loses out. Picked up by Motley. Motley a short pass. Johnston at left centre wing. Abbott standing on the mark. Johnston short pass. Blackwall. Has he marked it? No. He played it.
I think he held it long enough.
I think I'll have played that, Pete.
If you'd cash one of my checks, Lou.
Oh, that was a mark.
Blackwell looking okay after that heavy knock he got in the first quarter. Hunter.
That was a strong mark. It takes a bit of doing, Bob, going after those runs.
He's a great player, Hunter, and with tremendous courage.
He has got courage, hasn't he, Kid Hunter? To see Dipper coming at you.
He's been pretty well held today by Mew, just the same.
Hunter, a chance for his first goal and Carlton's fourth. It's coming around, but not enough.
That's his third possession, incidentally, Pete Hunters.
Back after a hamstring. Hawthorn lead by 31 points. It's Chris Langford. Kick dropping short. Harms takes it. Now chance for a Carlton score. And Harms is an excellent kick. Still over 50 metres out. He's gone long. He's had a real go at it. Looking for Kernahan or Hunter at the back. that through. 1 point.
Well, Kernahan surely didn't expect to be paid that.
26 to 56, 30 points the difference.
And we're just on the 20.5-minute mark of this second quarter. Hawthorn still looking good. Short pass marked down there in the back pocket by Rodney. When you look through the Hawthorn lineup, they haven't got a weak player on their side. Over it goes to Swab. Swab's kick is not a good one. English goes down. He's a strong player today, but couldn't get clear. Wallace doing a great job on the sealer as the ball comes out to Alvin and DiPierdomenico holding on that time. DiPierdomenico and Alvin will get the free kick. He's got it all the way that time. He's played a great game so far, DiPierdomenico, Bob.
Certainly has been.
So Alvin with the free kick for Carlton on that half-back line. 21 minutes gone at the second quarter of the 1986 grand final. Flying high was Kernahan. Carlton players messing themselves up. They've been doing that all day, not talking much amongst themselves. On the other hand, Hawthorn doing everything right. It'll be a ball up round about the centre wing position. Knocked on that time by Matt, but it was ricocheted back, kicked off the ground by Harms. Coming into meet as Loveridge fumbled the ball. I don't blame him either as he goes after it again. The little terrier won't give it up. The umpire said it's holding the ball against him. So it'll be Blackwood to take the free kick right on the 50-metre attacking line. He hesitated. Hutto having a bit of trouble getting away from Mew. Mew's had him well covered. Hutter's only had 3 possessions. Now he's clear, got a chance to mark. He does. Short pass, dangerous, but it'll be okay. And the mark taken down there by Glasgow. Now he's only about 5 or 6 metres out, but the angle pretty acute, as you can see there on the screen. But Carlton badly needing a goal here.
Should still kick it over.
Should. They're trailing by 30 points. This will make the difference 24 if he's successful with his kick, of course. Let's see what happens with it. Oh, he's missed it. They should kick him, Bob, but they don't.
They don't lose premiership.
That's right, 27 plays, 56, a difference of 29 points. Into this second quarter by 22.5 minutes, and we wait now for the ball to come back into play. Now, Hawthorn have got good players all over the ground. Of course, their tackling has been superb here today, and they've put Carlton under pressure right throughout the match. Meldrum, outmaneuvered, Tucker, he's clear. He's going to have a running punt shot at goal from 50 metres out, but once again the Blues are off target, and it's through for another point. So that's not helping their cause. Bad kicking, 3 goals, 10-28 Carlton to Hawthorn, 8 goals, 8-56. And we're just over the 23-minute mark of the second quarter.
This time Mew goes short and finds Richard Loveridge. Loveridge also going short, looking for Schwab, backing up his ears. Gives it straight to Evans, says thanks very much. Oh, misjudged the flight of the ball there. It's out of bounds in Carlton's left forward pocket. Glasgow might have just about had a grab at that.
Definitely steady. They're playing better football at the moment.
Their attack doesn't look too good to me, Bob, just the same.
No, they're struggling to kick goals, but around the ground, Lou, they only need a quick goal and they get a lot of confidence.
Platten loses out to Madden, who in turn has it knocked from him, but it's picked up by Meldrum, and that's a goal. Meldrum's second goal, and Carlton are coming back, as Bob Stilton indicated a moment ago, 14-34 to 8-8-56.
Excellent goal by Paul Meldrum. Good play by Justin Madden to get it out to him, as you see Swab get the short kick forward. Button has the ball punched away. It's not been a throw, but nonetheless it was good play. Across to Meldrum again, and on replay, Meldrum putting it through for 4 points.
Meldrum's second goal, 24.5 minutes into the second quarter. Johnston's kick, a short one, gets through some pretty heavy traffic. Beautiful smeller by Johnston. Here's got one in the back, picked up by Tuck. Good tackle, just about caught with the ball. DiPierdomenico and Alvin, Dorotic and Brereton. Dorotic, strength from the wing. Carlton fans finding voice. Hunter over the top. No, Mew in front.
Great mark by Mew.
Mew steady in the crisis. Out to Loveridge. Loveridge at the right half-back flank for Hawthorn. Loveridge has gone up towards the wing. Looking for Green or Schwab. Neither of those is going to get anywhere near it. And it beats Schwab and also Rhys Jones over the line. 22 points in it So Carlton have made up 3 in this quarter so far, which has been in progress 25 and a quarter minutes. Madden doing well in the ruck. He's really well on top of gear today. Rhys Jones takes the hand pass at centre wing. He's gone for a pass. He's got a mark. I think it is to McClure.
Actually, Madden's done a pretty good job on the ruck, Bob.
This is played well, Lou.
Kernahan over the top. No. Hit the behind post, so it will be touched, and that should be out of bounds. So boundary throw it. Carlton's left forward pocket. A real chance for the Blues to get right back into this grand final. Langford and Kernahan. Over the top is Hunter. Glascott has it knocked away by Russo. It's out of bounds, but still in Carlton's left forward pocket as we approach the 26-minute mark of the term. Tension right on now as Hawthorn have to defend desperately. Hunter, Kernahan, Mew, Abbott. Still a short kick. English. Gives it almost to Peter Cameron. Meldrum, who's been a good player, gets clear. Does he? Yes. Well blocked by English. He shoots. And marked right on the line by Terry Watts.
This fellow's played a great game. He's playing in the centre, but he's all over the ground. Wallace over to Mew. Back to Loveridge. 50-metre defence line. Drives the ball out wide, looking for Di Pierdomenico. Tapped on by Quinn. Beautiful play. Picked up nicely by Di Pierdomenico. Bradley not having a lucky day today as Buckenara picks it up down towards Dunstall and Dool. And the flying doormat, but the other fellow, the young fellow's got him. He collared him. He couldn't get clear. They give him a free kick. I thought it was a good tackle, Bob.
It was a beautiful tackle, Lou.
I don't know what you got to do. He may have been sympathising with old age there. That's a good tackle. I don't think he tripped him.
Dill tripped himself.
Okay, the ball back there towards centre half back. English backing up well. Carlton, as Bob said, looking a lot better now. Down it goes. Punched out by Mew. Coming in to meet it now is Russell. Overruns the ball. Kicked off the ground by McClure. Back to Tuck. Tucked with a good hand pass to Russell. Over to Wallace. He's gone. Down he goes. And Carlton starting to tackle better now as there's a scrimmage around about that centre half forward position. And the umpire will ball it up. I must agree, Bob, they're looking a lot better. Of course, the difference only 22 points now.
It's nothing at all, Lou.
If Carlton get a goal just before half-time, that'll make the world of difference when they come out in the second half. Madden dominating the ruck. Number 44 against Deere. Knocked out by McClure. Glasgow gets a hurried kick. It'll be a free kick to Madden. He's right on the edge of the square. That's about 65 metres out from goal. I think it'll be too far for this big fella to kick a goal from there. And of course, he's going for the long kick right into the goal square. McClure flies. 2 Carlton players sport each other that time. That's through for 1 point. So the difference, 21 points. 4 goals, 11-35 Carlton. To Hawthorn, 8 goals, 8-56, and the Blues are looking a lot better now. They're certainly starting to make a game. If we can wait for Chris Mew to bring the ball back into place. He goes out there towards that half back line, and a good mark through Langford. He's had Kernahan well covered all day. He's had no influence at all. The ex-Crowe to a short pass. It's okay and marked there by E. He's on the half-back line. The kick by Ed. Punched away by Rhys Jones. Not a bad one on McClure. Over it goes to Harms. He's in trouble, but gets the ball back to Glasgow. Kicks it back. And Kernahan's got it from 50 metres out. Creeping over the mark that time was Rodney Ed, the umpire bringing him back. Now Kernahan could kick this distance, so we see Hunter making a lead there, but that's ignored. That's siren. There's the siren. There's the kick on its way. It won't make the distance. And the scores are here at half-time. We see Hawthorn in front. 8 goals, 8-56 to Carlton. 4 goals, 11-35. Well, Dool looking very worried, and so he should be, because even though Dunstall's only kicked 1 goal, he's had plenty of trouble trying to hold the young fella. A much better performance by Carlton towards the second half of that quarter. Hawthorn starved, no doubt. Buckenara kicking 4 goals, not forgetting a few other players. I think the most impressive thing about Hawthorn's play is the fact they've tackled so hard and they've had all the Carlton stars covered. And when you start doing that for Carlton, you block their stars. You find that they're in plenty of trouble. They did bounce back, as Bobby Skilton did predict, and looking a better side to come into this second half.
21 points the difference at half-time. 8-8-56 to 4-11-35.
Chickadee, fabulous food for the family.
And
now to add to their already superb.
The ball's being belted up there. They showed a bit in that quarter, but that Hawthorn defence is very tough, and the tackling of Hawthorn has been very, very strong.
All right, Pete, the championship quarter of the grand final coming up. Back to Peter Landy in the commentary box.
Thank you, Peter. Just about set for the third term. John Russo having a good look around. Third quarter of the 86 grand final between Hawthorn and Carlton. Hawthorn leading by 21 points, but Carlton outscored them in the second quarter. Knocked down by Hawthorn's Deer to Rodney Eade. It's a high kick, and I don't think Eade was too happy with that. And an easy mark taken by Wayne Harms in front of Russell Green. Eade shook his head when the ball left his boot. Good smother, or attempted smother by Russo. Sees the ball into the arms of Loveridge, up the half forward. Dorotich taps it further forward for Bradley. Oh, beautiful intercept from Eade, and then he kicks it off the ground into the goal square. Dunstall gets there. Here's the one that Hawthorn needed. He can put it through, and he has. Great play by Rodney Eade, and that brings up Hawthorn's 9th goal. 9-8-62 to 4-11-35.
Well, that's the one they wanted, Bob, Hawthorn.
Listen, Rodney Eade, who did a great job in the first half. His job, as we watch on replay, and Jason Dunstall, first on the scene, and he kicks it beautifully. And here again is Rodney Eade putting the ball forward. He took the ball out of the centre in the first place, and he was just decked in the middle of the ground. Not a real heavy one, but by having a word to Wayne Johnston now. And Rodney Eade did a magnificent job in the first half against Craig Bradley, and it looks like he's carried it on in this quarter.
Peter Cameron having quite a few words to say, so a little bit of time on being added here. Of course, until the ball is bounced, the clock is stopped. Still talking. Carlton supporters not happy. Just over 1 3/4 minutes have gone in the third term. Russo sharking Madden's hit-outs, as he has done quite a lot today. Up the half-forward, Buckenara in front of Dean.
He's got Dean on him now, not Motley, Pete.
Yes, they had him on late in the second quarter, I thought, Bob.
And they swapped back again after that.
So Buckenara, who's kicked for, towering punt kick into the goal square. And it's knocked through for a point, or is it out of bounds? It's out of bounds, Hawthorn's right forward pocket.
Out of bounds in that forward pocket, right against the point post. 35 plays, 62 in favour of Hawthorn. Grabbed by Curran, tries to spin it to the pack, run into Dorotich. Dorotich knocks the ball out. He was grabbed when he didn't have it. And Dorotich will take the free kick. Carlton need a goal here quickly to get them.
Penalise the side, Lou.
It did, didn't it?
Well, they were away and running, weren't they? Dorotich drives the ball out to the centre wing position, but no one there for Hawthorn. Melbourne comes in, but he's smothered. In goes Kernahan, copped Loveridge a bit high, but the umpire didn't think it was a free kick, so it'll be a ball up towards the centre wing position. So the difference now, what, 27 points, Pete, is it?
Yes, Luke.
That's a good start for Hawthorn. Knocked out by Madden over to Ayres. Ayres gets the ball back to Buckenara. He's a dangerous player down there. He's already kicked 4 goals. But he could easily kick one from here. He's about 45 metres out from goal. What a brilliant game today, this fellow. Ex-Western Australia. Getting a short pass there to Brereton, who is in a better position, but about the same distance out. I think I would have trusted Buckenara having a shot, Pete, rather than Brereton. But let's see what Brereton can do with it. He's a pretty good kick just the same.
Oh, there's a fight on.
Yeah, there's a bit of a box on down there between Evans and Russo. Running on Brereton. That was a very vital goal, kicked by Hawthorn. Within 2 minutes of the start of this third quarter, there's the kick on its way, and look at this one go, and what a goal! Well, that's making it look tough for Carlton now. So it's 10 goals, 8-68 Hawthorn, and Carlton will have 4 goals, 11-35.
Excellent play by Hawthorn. They're really teaming well together, and what a beautiful kick from just short of the 50-metre mark. Dermot Brereton right through the centre.
Brereton's second goal, and Hawthorn's second this quarter. 4 1/4 minutes have gone in the third term. Madden thumps it down again. This time Harms had it and then lost it. Russo again sharks up the mark, taken at centre field by Curran. Onto Green. Buckenara again, no mark this time. Motley caught. Buckenara spins out, got a kick at it, smothered by Alvin. Platten can't take it. Alvin grabbed with not in possession, I would have thought.
You were right there, Pete. I think Russo missed that one. There was no doubt that Alvin was grabbed.
Di Domenico was in a bit of trouble there. Got one on the hand, I think. Trainer's come out to him now. Or did he get one in the eye? He looks a little sore, whichever way it goes. English has his kick smothered on this occasion. There was a fresh air shot. Alvin doesn't get a good bounce. Russo off the ground. Oh, good tackle on Motley. Harms intercepts well. Will get clear of Green over the head of Evans. He should be able to get clear of Greg Deere. Oh, good tackle by the big fellow. That was well done. I'm sure Jeans would be very happy with that.
It was a great tackle.
Carlton getting very frustrated too. That's not a good sign.
My apologies to Greg Deere, who contests this ruck duel with Madden. Madden's won most of them today. Bradley. Alvin, oh, look at Dipper's eye. It's bleeding profusely, the right one, I think. Might be able to get a shot in a minute. And a good mark taken by Langford. Langford to centre wing. Russo. Over the half-forward line. Loose ball. Gone down there for Hawthorn by Dunstall. And it's over the boundary line in front of Buckenara. It will be thrown into the 50-metre line. And Dipper might be coming off the ground, is he?
I wouldn't think so, Pete.
Probably have to drag him off. Madden in front again. Palms it beautifully down to Motley. Knocked away from Kernahan by Abbott. Chance for Green. He gets there first. Intercepting the hand passes. Draw Carlton, though, and the mark taken by English.
33 points the difference in favour of Hawthorn. English drives the ball back to the wing position. Punched out that time by Hawthorn. That was Ablett getting out. The umpire's no, we're not going to call play.
He had blown the whistle beforehand, Luke.
Yeah, we're going to ball it up. It'll be a ball up on the centre wing position.
The whistle had gone well before the ball had come out.
No, it's a ball up on that centre wing position with Hawthorn 33 points in front. Knocked out by Madden, but once again it goes to Tuck, picked up by Ed, who's played a slashing game here today. Missing the ball that time was Karen Alvin, and DP at Domenico having a great battle. It's Alvin coming in. He's done pretty well since quarter time. The kick is not too good. Smothered by Deere, picked up by Kernahan. Couldn't get clear. He's had a quiet day too as the ball goes back there, and Wallace once again gets a hurried kick to Platten. But it's a fumble and the ball is out of bounds on the centre wing position. Wallace playing a superb game in the centre, number 16 for Hawthorn.
McKenzie warming up on the boundary line, number 45.
Well, they want someone out there to take a mark down there on that forward line. They've got no one down there at all. Knocked on by Swab. Swab clear. Swab's kick is over the half-forward line. In front is Dorowitz. Tapped on by Brown. There's DP Domenico going for a run. He's collared on the shoulder.
Too high.
Too high against Alvin, but he collared him in his tracks, but he couldn't get the free kick.
Well, if you watch it on replay, he did tackle him too high. And here it is now. There's no doubt in the world the tackle was too high.
It was deep.
Bradley off and Robertson on for Carlton.
Well, Bradley's had a very ordinary day today, and so is his other Chloe to make. Look at that eye of DP Domenico's. Kernahan hasn't played much better either. So DP Domenico from about 50 metres out. Let's see whether the 1986 Brownlow medalist can kick this goal. He's going to have a shot. He's pretty confident. But he's hooked it up there towards Broden. Tapped on by Dunstall, backing up as Motley grabs it on the boundary line, falls over, still going out, and can't pick it up, and well smothered by Dunstall. Platten goes over the line. It's finally cleared out that time by Dool. Now kicked off the ground by Bernie Evans. And there's a mark to Platten. I think that knock that he got early in the game stunned him, but he's been out of, hasn't been in the picture very much. Over it goes now to Glasgow, showing pace. He's grabbed, oh, they're tackling beautiful. That was a good one by Loveridge. And Swab's hurt and got one on the knee, but he got it out to Loveridge. Okay, out it comes to Ayres. Ayres out there on that half-back line looking for a lead. But Hawthorn playing the strong football of Brown, getting away from Dorridge, takes a good mark, and then copped a pretty heavy bump from DP Domenico. 60 metres out, 65 metres out, goes for a short pass. Buckenara taps it in beautifully, but the umpire ruled it's out of bounds.
Oh, gee, that was pretty close.
So it's out of bounds about 45 metres around from the Hawthorn goal as we approach the 9.5-minute mark of this third quarter. 35 plays, 68 in favour of the Hawks. And they're starting to look very good for this 1986 flag. Carlton have got to do a few drastic moves out there to try and lift their team because they're playing poorly. Then again, we're taking credit away from Hawthorn. They're doing a superb job here as Deere smothers the ball, gets it back to Curran. Glaskett's there with him. And the umpire will ball it up right on the 50-metre attacking line for Hawthorn.
He's on runner George Stone having a few more words to Dippy Domenico as Bradley is spoken to on the bench. He's got an injured hand or whatever. Madden wins that one again. Glascott is well caught by Gary Ayres. Down goes Rhys Jones, and once again a stalemate. According to the umpire, it's going to be a bounce at Hawthorn's right half-forward flank. Madden and Deere. On by Deere that time. It's picked up by Dean. Dean's kick to centre wing. Johnston was the flyer. Ball beats Hunter over the boundary line in front of Chris Mew. And it's going to be a boundary throw in again. 10 3/4 minutes gone, third quarter, 86 grand final. Madden with Deere. Hit Madden on the head. Loveridge grabbed well by Meldrum. Schwab dives on top of it for Hawthorn. Good soccer tactics by Meldrum. Gets clear. Ayres has got him, has he? Holding the ball, dropping the ball. No. Good tackle by Hawthorn. Eade copped the ripper. Advantage rule played. Loveridge plays on because umpire Cameron had played a free kick. Dunstall in. Oh, yes. Well spoken. Good talking by the Hawks, Lou.
Well, actually, Dill stopped it, Bob. I don't know why.
Might have been the old let it go trick, was it?
Well, I think the kindness of Bruce Dill, Lou, very, very fair player right throughout. Grand finals or not, Bruce Dill doesn't alter his game.
Bruce Dill's 359th league game. Dunstall's kick is off target, or is it coming around? It might be a goal. It's a goal. Jason Dunstall's third. Fourth. Sorry, Bob, I've missed one. 11-8-74 to 4-11-35.
Well, that's exactly what we spoke about at half-time, Lou. They were looking for two quick goals, and well, that's exactly what Hawthorn have got. They've got three.
McClure on the bench now. Carlton captain having a stint at the sidelines. 12 minutes gone. That was Dunstall's fourth goal as Hawthorn lead 74 to 35. Picked up by Evans, but the mark is taken by Abbott. It was a play-on call, knocked away by Dorotich from Motley. No, he has played it, actually. Motley's mark, half-back, in pursuit. Brereton, he's gone out wide. Dipper puts in the body well. It rebounds to Eldon, who also goes down. Robertson and Dippy Domenico wrestle. Eldon comes out with the ball. Wallace on centre wing.
Good play by Dippy Domenico. He put pressure on him.
Yes, otherwise he would have taken a certain mark. Wallace's kick to Brereton. Eldon and Dorotich might be content to see it over the line. They do. It's a boundary throw.
Well, Carlton fumbling badly, not playing with any confidence at all, and of course it's the strong tackling of Hawthorn that's put them off balance just about all day, except for about 10 minutes into that second quarter. Ball back into play again, knocked out by Madden. Oh, we see Evans caught in the face, and Bernie Evans will take the free kick on the 50-metre defence line. But Carlton, I think, have only had the ball over their half-forward line twice this quarter. Up goes Blackpool, couldn't hold the mark. That's been their fault for quite some time. Johnson in trouble. Finally gets a hurried kick back, looking for Madden, and the big fella's grabbed a mark out there in the centre wing position. A hand pass to Johnson. And they get the ball over their half-forward line. Coming out now is Hunter, but good play on the part of Mew. Knocked it out. Burley Evans cops one from Russo. Couldn't get clear. Out to Meldrum. They're smothered. They can't get out of these packs. Carlton, they've got no hope. Russo got one in the face. But the umpire will ball it up.
Right, he did get one in the face.
Certainly did. But the tackling of Hawthorn is really ferocious, Bob.
They sort of tuck dive on the ball, and then they kick it off the ground. They've been tremendous, and you can't underrate the game of Rodney Eade either, Lou.
Certainly played a great game. Packet goes to Swab. Platten is the last one to kick the ball back over the centre line. Dean goes for the mark, couldn't hold it. Curran won't give in. That's the form of Hawthorn today. They're really worked up as we see Green go for a hand pass, but it's intercepted. And the ball driven back there by Carlton over their half-forward line. Punched out again by Langford. Swab taps it over now to Weed. It comes back to Johnson in plenty of trouble. Finally over to McKenzie. McKenzie's kick is not a good one. A chance for Kernahan. Didn't go after the ball. Picked up by Ablett out wide. And there's Bertie DiPiedomenico going after it. He couldn't pick that one. It's Alvin coming out of the pack, showing a lot of pace over to Blackwell. DiPiedomenico nearly grabbed him a shot at goal, but it's off target and through for 1 point. That's their first score for the quarter.
Good pressure by DiPiedomenico there, and he might have got a cramp.
11 goals, 874 Hawthorn. Looking really good to Carlton. 4 goals, 12-36 into this third quarter of the 1986 grand final by just on 15 minutes. Wait now for the ball to come back into play by Mew. Drives it out there towards the half-back. Well, that's Platten going up high.
Play on.
Trying to claim the mark is Reece Jones, but he finally gets his kick over the half-forward line. Pushed out by Mew. He's had Hunter well covered today to Loveridge from Swab. Back it goes to Rodney, and he's played a superb game. He hasn't put a foot wrong all day, that fella, Bob.
Quite an excellent game, Lou. He put Bradley right out of business before he was taken off the ground. And once more, he's got kicks himself.
Boundary throw in at the 50-metre line. Carlton's forward pocket. Forward flank. It's Reece Jones trying to get clear. Finally gets boot to Glascott. Johnston sidesteps. Mew. Here's a chance for Melbourne or Blackwell. And it's rushed through for 1 point, or is it out of bounds? Might be out of bounds. It is, and so a throw in. Left forward pocket for Carlton as we approach the 16-minute mark of the third quarter. Robert Walls, the Carlton Brains Trust. Tuck fumbles. Evans, lead again.
21 possessions to lead, Pete.
Looks for DiPiedomenico out there with Alvin. Alvin beats him for it. Now Dippers into his back. It's just about out of bounds. Again, DiPiedomenico applying the pressure. It's a boundary throw-in, applauded by Russell Green, the Everett of Hawthorn's number 9 player.
They've had a great duel, those two, just the same, Bob.
Alvin's done a good job too, Lou. They've both been fine players.
Yes, Tommy Alvin's done well. So is English for Carlton. Madden wins this one hard. It's the front runner. Green just about has him. Picked up by Langford at the 50-metre defence line for Hawthorn. Langford around the boundary, looking for DiPiedomenico, and he's almost got the mark. Alvin caught by Platten. Glasgow runs into Platten. Out of bounds. So he's still on the centre wing at a boundary throw it again to follow.
Hawthorn just won't let up. They go right after him all the time, Pete.
Deer with Madden. Madden to Harms. Well, knocked back to Schwab, who had his kick partly smothered. It's into the centre field area. Knocked down by Ayres. He might be able to pick it up himself. Good tap on. Under Russo. Moves the ball quickly. It's a play on call. Won't be a mark because it was touched. Good umpiring. Curran. Over to Ayres. Ayres goes long. Dorotic in front. Brereton can't get clear. Well played, Dorotic. Out comes Dunstall with a snapshot. Might be through. It's a goal. 5 goals to Jason Dunstall. And Hawthorn's 12-8-80 for 4-12-36.
An excellent play by Dermot Brereton too. He saw that Dunstall was there and he allowed, on replay now we see the hand pass come over the top, but it was before that. Brereton could have tried to go for the mark, but he stayed down and he let Dorotic and Dool complete for the ball, and as a result Brereton took possession, got it over to Dunstall for his 5th goal.
Jason Dunstall's 5th goal. Hawthorn leading 80-36 in the 1986 VFL Grand Final.
Carlton desperate now. Harms on the ball.
Madden knocks it down. Picked up by Russo. Wild hand pass over the head of the umpire. Racing forward is Schwab to get it away from Alvin. Harms on the ball, as Bob mentioned. Long up towards full forward. Looking for Hunter, but it's out of bounds. And we'll check on the boundary umpire. It's on the full. Hawthorn free kick.
Well, this fella's had a bad day today because Mew's had him well covered to Hunter. As they go now, was the ball driven up there towards the forward pocket. Going after is McKenzie in plenty of trouble. A good hand pass to Blackwell. Has a running shot at goal. But it's off target. It's through for another point. So they can't score a goal. They haven't scored one for the quarter. 4 goals, 13-37 Carlton. Hawthorn, 12 goals, 8-80. And by golly, they're looking good, Bob Hawthorn, aren't they? Their tackling has been superb here today, and they're backing up and they've put the Carlton Stars out of business.
Real finals football.
This goes to show you go about your merry way. Carlton played a fortune for their play, but Hawthorn still taking it away. And you see Melbourne take a mark from about 45 metres out. Boy, do they need a goal.
Kick 2 already, Melbourne.
Well, They're not out of it yet, but their chances are gradually fading, Peter. We wait now for Melbourne from about 45 metres out. And that might be all right. It's a goal. That's the first for the quarter for Carlton. That's Melbourne's third goal. So it's Hawthorn 12 goals, 8-80 to Carlton 5 goals, 13-8-43. Still a difference of, what, 37 points.
On replay, we see Melbourne having no trouble there. And then an excellent kick by Melbourne. And each time that Carlton have needed a goal, it's been Melbourne who's put the one on the board. Johnson limping around there, and his opponent Swab has done an excellent job too.
He's had him covered pretty well. The Gibby off the ground pretty quick as the ball knocked on by Madden over to Harms. Let's hope he can do a bit of difference since going on the ball. A hurried kick by Deere out towards Glasgow. Grabbed the mark. Had a big chance for Carlton to go deep into attack. He's gone wide looking for Blackwell. He couldn't hold that pressure from Wallace, but he's clear. Looking for a pass to Elvin. Chips in. Harms got one on the top of the head. The umpire didn't worry about that. Now he'll pay a free kick and listen to the crowd go mad when Hawthorn get this one.
Looked like a fair bump.
I thought he got Harms. Well, that was in the back, no doubt about that.
As you called it, Lou, I thought it was a free kick to Wayne Harms.
It looked fairly obvious from our vantage point.
Oh, hit him right in the head.
It did look like it.
Ball back out there towards the wing position. They all missed that, and the ball is out of bounds on the centre wing. Let's go down to Peter Donegan now, a man on the ground for a report on Craig Bradley.
Yes, Louis. Well, Craig was sitting on the bench for a while. They've taken him into the rooms. When he came off, his right hand was bandaged and very swollen, and obviously they're taking a look at that.
Gary is taking an excellent mark, and has made the big difference against Reece Jones in this game.
He is at centre field.
Hunter and Mew having an argument behind play.
Dunstall and Dool. Now 3 Hawthorn players are there. A couple should do the shepherding for Russo. Russo's gone high. Who have Hawthorn got there? Curran couldn't take it. English.
Tried hard all day.
I think he's just about been their best player with Tommy Alden. And of course Madden's done excellent work on the ruck. Dippy to Medico to Platten. He'll have to kick this quickly. From the boundary line. Reece Jones, well played. It hits it straight to Curran, who gets dispossessed very quickly. Meldrum, good tackle on him by Dunstall. Ball booted up to Ayres, and Ayres takes the mark at half forward, decides to play on from the 50-metre line. He gets flattened. It might be a goal, or he'll get another kick. I think he's goal. Goal umpire checking with the field umpire. And it is a goal. So Gary Ayres putting through his first goal. He doesn't kick many.
What a great tackle by Jason Dunstall. That's what forwards have to do. He kept the ball right down there. But Gary Ayres with 17 possessions from the wing. Arms coming in well after. Nothing untoward about what Harms did. Nothing wrong with it all. Would have been a free kick downfield if he hadn't kicked the goal. But he kicked the goal, and that's all that matters.
Gary Ayres' first goal, back into the centre. Hawthorn leading now 86 to 43, so a difference of 43 points as Reece Jones tries to crash through. Umpire Peter Cameron has decided it will be a bounce and comes in to talk to a couple of players. Tommy Orban, Dipper, the name just...
Dipper's Domenico limping pretty badly there too, Peter, in the centre of the ground.
He is. Well, Wayne Johnston was a short time ago. So a few sore players.
Well, Hawthorn still have a news there to change. That's Morris and Kennedy.
They're on the boundary line at the moment. Glasgow wins it, but hit it straight to Abbott. Abbott's kick is up towards half forward. Dorotich and Brereton. Buckenau has been a little bit quieter this quarter. And Carlton get clear through Robertson. Now towards their left half forward flank. Schwab fumbles out of bounds.
Out of bounds about 80 metres around from the Carlton goal. They've only kicked one for the quarter. That must seem as though it's about 48 miles away from their goal. Waiting now for the umpire to bring the ball back into play. Knocked out that time by Langford coming over the top of the back of the pack. Platten kicks it off the ground. There's a chance now for Reid, but it beats him. He's been a fine player today. Notice that Ayres went down behind play there too, Bob.
We just pushed, Lou.
McClure warming up to come back on.
Bradley coming out from in the rooms, Pete.
Waiting now for the ball back into play. Neither ruckman got control. That English gets a hurried kick, but intercepted by Ayres. And what a game that fella's played today as it goes out there towards DP and Domenico. Doherty, but DP and Domenico grabbed him. Going after us now is Alvin, right on the boundary line. He put it out of bounds before he punched it. And the umpire will throw it in. Johnson going off the ground, limping pretty badly. And DP and Amenigo coming off the ground too.
He doesn't want to.
No, he won't come up. He's still on there. Loveridge got the ball now. Hawthorn, the more desperate side, up towards Dunstall. Punched away by Dill. Buckenara comes in, taps it over now to Russo. A running shot at goal, and that's good. Well, they're really killing him now, the Hawks. And are they looking good, and are they happy? And so they should be. They've played superb football. Dippy off the ground. 14 goals, 92 Hawthorn to Carlton, looking pretty sick. 5 goals, 13-43. Morris coming under the ground. Well, they're interchange players. It'll be fresh, Bob. There's no worries about that. But the tackling and the desperation of Hawthorn has been superb today.
Listen, Buckenara on replay, tapping it on to Russo, and they've got good players everywhere.
25.5 minutes gone, third quarter.
And they're looking good again, as we said before. 14-8, 92 Hawthorn to Carlton. 5 goals, 13-43. The centre bounce again. And Carlton have only scored 1 goal for the quarter.
Swab off Kennedy on.
Swab off the ground, and that shows a sign of confidence. They're moving him around a bit now, Hawthorn, as Wallace goes after it. Did he get one in the back from Blackwell? The umpire said no. They've been very consistent today, the umpires. You couldn't growl about that. It's Blackwell out there on the centre wing position, going for a pass, looking for Kernham, but he's been swamped today. Well played by him as he knocks the ball back out there to Langford. But that kick is marked out there by Carlton's Glasgow. Dean, I should say.
Dean from centre wing up the half forward. Mark taken by Madden. Beautiful hand pass to Hunter. Hunter has to get clear. He's flattened into the goal square, and Kennedy comes out to see the ball safely over the line. 26.5 minutes gone in the third quarter.
Looking a pretty sick and sorry.
Has a rather large ice pack, and Dipper looks as though he's gone 4 rounds with Joe Frazier. Hunter tries to crash through. Chance for Kernaghan. Hunter again, tackled by Tuck. Abbott around McClure, not quite. And again, smothered by Kernaghan. Rhys Jones gets the hand pass out. Langford, McKenzie, Glasgow, smothered again. Eade, hit by Evans. And it's going to be a bounce, yes, in Carlton's full forward position.
And once again, the smothered off the boot, and there's DP a minute ago. It looks like a crook ankle with the ice pack on the ankle.
So bounce, only 20 yards or 20 metres from the Carlton goal. Knocked down to Evans, a snapshot at goal. Is through. That's what they needed. So Carlton still fighting, and the Blues bring up their 6th goal. 6-13-49 to 14-8-92.
That's a nice piece of rabbing by Bernie Evans, but we haven't seen a great deal of Evans today. But on replay now, we see from the bounce, Kernaghan gets the tap down. Evans reading it beautifully, and a very nice snap from a different angle, from behind the goals, and still the same score.
28 minutes have gone. 43 points in favour of Hawthorn. Madden and Deer, won by Madden, picked up by Harms, but the ball was knocked out of his hands pretty quickly. Curran and Russo combined well for Hawthorn. Russo's kick up to Buckenara. Has he got the mark? No. Dunstall grabbed by Motley. Buckenara, or thrown at the Platten. Platten has a right foot snapshot. Underneath it is Brereton. Good play by Dorothy. Brereton recovers the Krieger and goals! Well, I thought it was out of bounds. I thought Dorothy had done a good job. Brereton's third, 15-8, 98 to 6-13-49.
But Dorothy stopped Brereton played on. That's the out of being a star footballer, Bob.
I think that's the difference. Lou have summed it up as Buckenara takes it. Buckenara with a nice little hand pass out to Platten. Platten then snaps towards goal. And we'll watch. Doherty does a good job to punch it away, but then he did stop. Probably not so much stop, but didn't know where the ball was. From a different angle. The snap back in the centre.
Centre bounce again. Deer grabbed that one. He's showing a bit more confidence now. Over to Glasgow out there at half-back. Brereton's after him. He gets away from him. Drives the ball out wide, looking for Hunter and found him. But kicks have been scarce for Kenny out of the West Australian champ. He's only had about 5 possessions so far. Kerner over at Madden couldn't hold that. McKenzie's grabbed 3 Hawks there, backing up well together. Have it over to Langford. Langford out wide looking for Brereton. He's attacked that time by Dodd, but still gets a hand pass back. Coming in to meet it is Dean. He's collared. Back it goes to Kennedy. Scoots around Dorothy. A hand pass coming over now to Brereton.
Just got back from over the fence.
He got over the fence. I think he likes doing a bit of show business stuff. Out to English. It's driven up there by Carlton again over their half forward line. In comes Abbott now again. Drives the ball back towards Brereton. Tapped it on. Should have marked that. Robertson missed it completely. Tapped on by Ayres over to Green. A running shot at goal. But he's off target and through for 1 point. But they're doing all the attacking and they're certainly the most aggressive side. There's Brereton going over the fence. I think he helped himself over there. He wanted to do a bit of acting, I would say.
Well, one of the can of Fosters, I think.
Could have. Picked up by Dean in a bit of trouble trying to get clear. Finally does, goes for a short pass looking for Melbourne, but Tuck's got him pretty well covered. Goes for a tap on, but it beats him and the ball.
Free kick, holding the man. Melbourne doesn't realise it.
No, Melbourne didn't think it was a free kick, but he's got one. And there's the sign to end the third quarter. And Hawthorn in a very good position for this 1986 grand final. 15-9, 99 Hawthorn to Carlton, 6 goals, 13-49. Well, Hawthorn got those first 2 goals within about
2 minutes.
2 minutes of the start of the third quarter. And of course, we've had
Grand final from the MCG. Hawthorn leading by 50 points. But of course, in the 84 grand final, they were overrun by Essendon in the final quarter. Wallace up to half forward. 2 Hawthorn players collide. Buckenara and Brereton. It's left for Dorotich, who gives Kennedy one for his corner.
Against Dorotich.
That was pretty foolish play because Carlton had the run of the ball and John Kennedy will get his first kick.
That's not really what you call football toughness.
It certainly is, and I'll tell you what, Pete, it's a nice feeling to go to the last quarter 50 points in front.
It's a handy lead.
I'd reckon.
Kennedy, who's missed a month through injury, not a long kick, tries to find Dunstall off his hands. And neither he nor Buckenara can get there before the ball beats both of them over the boundary line. Peter Donegan on the boundary line has some news on injuries, and there have been a few of them, Pete.
Yes, there certainly have to both teams. Peter, Wayne Johnston has what looks like a very bad cork thigh, and there's no chance of him coming back on. I wouldn't say he can hardly walk. Bertie Domenico got a kick on the ankle. They've iced it. He's had 2 stitches in his eye, but if they need him, they'll need a Sherman tank to stop him from coming back onto the ground. Great
mark to Wallace in front of Blackwell. Wallace a short pass to centre wing, and the mark is taken by Abbott. Deer. The big guy's over. Gets it back to Ayres and turn to Loveridge. And it's out of bounds. The walking wounded.
Swab and D.P. Domenico having a chat.
Madden and Deer. Madden again gets the tap out, but not a decisive one. Rhys Jones, short kick. Mackenzie marks, has to play on. Mackenzie up towards McClure. Langford at the back. Hunter. Out of bounds in Carlton's left forward pocket. 1 3/4 minutes into the final term. Blues need some goals quickly. 39 is Abbott, 4 is Kernahan. On to Hunter. Hunter's left foot snapshot is going pretty close. Russo gets backup support from Rodney Eade. And the Hawks are able to run the ball out of defence.
And Rodney Eads played a superb game here today. Goes for a short pass. It's okay, and it's marked by Russell Green, the Hawthorn vice-captain.
Back in some good form today too.
Over to Tuck. And they're doing as they like now as Abbott picks the hand pass from Tuck. Madden's got the mark. Well, he's battled pretty hard, Bob.
He has
knocked the ball out, but not always to a man, but still he's in there trying. The kick by Motley is out wide, and it's out of bounds on the full. That'll be a penalty free kick going out there to Ayres. In my opinion, just about the best player on the ground. Short pass. Buckenara's got it. What a game he played out there at half forward too. He's kicked, how many goals up to this stage? 4 goals up to this stage of the match. A little bit hesitant that time. Decides to go for the long kick into the goal square. Brereton at the back, punched out by Dool. And through for 1 point. Of course, Bruce Dill playing his last match today has had his hands full with Dunstall because Dunstall's kicked 5 goals up to this stage of the game, Bob.
Yes, he certainly has, Luke.
Waiting now for Dill to bring the ball back into play. Over the 50-metre defence line. Punched out by Deer. Back it goes there to Green. Picked up by Rhys Jones. Grabbed by Platten. Couldn't get clear. That's Madden to get him out of the trouble there to drive the ball back there towards Hunter, but he's not having much luck today. Muse had him well covered and cleared beautifully back towards that half-forward line, but that's Robertson grabbed again. That's been Hawthorn. The tackling been superb. And finally it comes out wide to Tommy Alvin, and Alvin's got him on the centre wing position. We're approaching the 4-minute mark. There's a hand pass to Glasgow, back to Alvin again. He has to get a hurried kick down there towards the forward pocket. McClure comes out, but Langford's well on top of him here. Back to Kernahan, who's had a dirty day today. He can't get clear. They smothered him. First of all, he had Langford on him. Then in that third quarter, they put Abbott, would put him out of business too. Kernahan's had 6 possessions up to this stage of the match. Not good enough for a centre-half forward. He knocked that one out to Blackwell. A hurried kick for goal, but it's off target and out of bounds on the form. That'll be a penalty-free kick to go down there to Tuck in the back pocket position. So 4.5 minutes gone just about of this last quarter of the 1986 Grand Final. It's Hawthorn 15-10, 100 to Carlton, 6 goals, 13-49.
Michael Tuck, Hawthorn captain's going to bring the ball back into play. Kicks over Motley. Ayres and Rhys Jones. Chipping in as Chris Mew.
Quite a fine game, this fella too. Cliff keeping Hunter quiet like he has, Bob.
Certainly has.
Mew, or wobbly punt kick. Just over the head of Platten. And the mark is taken by Alvin. Alvin up towards centre field. Hunter got one in the back. He had effectively stopped him. We'll get a 15-metre penalty. It's been brought back on the mark. Hunter plays on. McClure at the back is Mew though again. On to Tuck, who fumbles. Makes amends, looking for Platten. Platten on the wing position. Ball just a little bit too wide for him. And the throw-in will take place in front of the MCC members' stand. Matt taps it down, picked up by Motley. McClure has it knocked away by Langford. Langford follows up. Good hip and shoulder. Ball paddled further forward. Chance for McClure again. Plenty of fumbling going on at the moment. Finally socked away by Russo. Out to Wallace. Breaks the tackle from English, but only just onto Langford at left centre wing. Langford's kick is up to half forward, and the mark is taken by Green. As I said, back into some of his best form today, Russell Green. Green, the lead is from Kennedy, and Kennedy marks at half forward. Thought about going on with it. Bernie Evans made sure he didn't. It won't be a 15-metre penalty.
Kennedy was acting for the 15-metre penalty. And umpire Russo right on the job.
So John Kennedy, with only his second kick of the day.
His father's here today. I wonder who he's barracking for. I should imagine to be Hawthorn, Peter.
I think he'd be supporting that mob. Kennedy from about 45 metres out.
Oh, look at this.
Is off target and through for 1 point. Yes. So the scoreboard 15-11, 101 to 6-13-49.
Running with the ball to come back into play. A short one, it's okay. It's marked by Motley. Right about the 50-metre defence line. Goes for a pass. Mew's got Hunter covered again. The umpire said play on. Hunter appealing for a free kick. Deere goes for a hand pass to Abbott. He caught one pretty high.
Too high.
And the umpire called play on, paying the advantage wheel as Mew drives it right down towards Dunstall. They all fly. It hits the deck. Backing up well as English there at full back. Goes wide. It'll be okay and marked by Robertson. Showing a bit of pace. He better bounce. And getting away from Ayres, but he'd be pretty tight. He's had a million touches out there today. Now it goes there towards Tuck. Good play by Tuck. And it's Russo sending Hawthorn back into attack to Johnny Platten. Punched out by English, but Platten won't give up. He goes after it again. And the little rover from South Australia was grabbed. Oh, yes, he was grabbed, but he didn't have the ball. I thought so, and the umpire will play a free kick. There's Alan Jeans. He'd be a pretty happy coach now. I'm pretty sure he knows he's got this game in the bag.
On replay now, we see just why John Platten got that free kick.
Difference 52 points in favour of Hawthorn. Off the top of the pack again as a go for Dunstall. Kick goal number 6. Dill right on his back, and the ball is finally forced out of bounds. It's out of bounds. 49 plays, 101 in favour of Hawthorn. Groton and Dill having a bit of a mix-up, but there's no way in the world that Dill will get reported in his last game. All back into play again. Knocked out by Madden, picked up by Kennedy, a snap at goal, a chance for Dunstall again, coming out after it, it beats him and goes out of bounds. So it's out of bounds in the forward pocket position, about 30 metres around from the Hawthorn goal. And we're just over the 8.5-minute mark of this last quarter. Waiting for the throw in again. Madden and Deere. Platten trying to get out of the pack. He's grabbed by two of them there, Motley and English, and the umpire said he had no. They threw him out of the pack like he was a little flea or a fly, and the umpire will ball it up about 15 metres out from the Hawthorn goal again.
Madden on his own. Here's the hand pass to Dean. Alvin, well caught, not a long kick. Loveridge, snapshot, marked by Bill right in the last line of defence. To Dean. Look for English or Reece Jones. Reece Jones. Up the centre wing. Good mark to Robertson. Now Carlton showing a bit of system. Blackwood on his own in front of Wallace. Looks for Hunter. Hunter marks, or does he? Yes, he has played it, umpire Peter Cameron. It's a play on call now. Evans has it knocked away from him. Chris Mew can't handle it. Looking for a free kick was Bernie Evans. Might be one there, is there? No. Boundary throw in to follow. In Carlton's left forward pocket. We've been playing nearly 10 minutes into the last quarter. Kernahan at Abbott. It's a wrestle. Blackwell grab. Did he have it? Umpire Peter Cameron says holding the ball.
Oh, that's murder.
I'll say it is.
I thought your call was right. I thought it was a free kick to Blackwell.
Mew takes the free kick for Hawthorn. Looking for Platten. He gets overrun purely by weight of numbers and also by Wayne Harms. Good tackle by Russell Green. Buckenara just about gets him. But a good mark taken. Mackenzie, is it?
15-metre penalty, Pete.
That'll bring him well within kicking distance. He's only about 30 metres out and directly in front of goal. He started on the bench for Carlton and a chance to bring up a badly needed goal for the Blues. Which he has done. So Mackenzie putting through his first for the day. It's Carlton 7, 7-13, 55 to 15-11, 101.
This sort of 15 metres making all of the difference, but then Russell Morris had to put pressure on, and that's exactly what he did. It's still, if Carlton aren't to have any chance of getting back into this game, they must kick one straight from the bounce.
Bradley on the boundary line as it looks as though Bernie Evans is coming off the ground. 55 to 101. That was Mackenzie's first goal for Carlton. Hawthorn haven't scored a goal in the final quarter so far. Motley. Ayres at centre field. Ayres goes out towards right half forward flank. No Hawthorn player within Cooey. Now finally Dunster on the scene. Dool just about caught with the ball. Now it's left to Curran. Curran on the boundary. Snapshot was off target though, and Dorotich on his own takes the easiest of marks. He'll get all done.
Dorotich goes for a hand pass. Dangerous over to English. Back to Dorotich again in the back pocket, out wide towards that half back line. And the ball finally punched out of bounds by Kennedy, but at least he's kept it about 60 metres, 70 metres out from the Hawthorn goal. They're trailing by 41 points. 55 plays, 101. Packet comes to Reece Jones. He can't pick it up. Kennedy applying plenty of pressure as we see.
Free kick downfield.
Free kick downfield against Kennedy. Russell Green, I should say. Not too happy about it.
No, it's going to come back. It's not downfield. Before, it must have been before he kicked it, in the opinion of the umpire.
So we wait now for Reece Jones out there at half-back. Boots the ball out towards the wing position. And there'll be a mark to Kernahan, and they've been pretty scarce for this guy today. It's his third mark for the match. Punched away again. Bucket comes tapped on by Loveridge. It's Morris getting clear there on that half-back line. Boots the ball towards centre-half forward. Alvin at the back. Buckenara misses it as well. Coming in to meet it now is Robertson, but Green's right on his tail. Robertson goes down. Good play by Robertson as he gets it out to Dorotich. Out to Reece Jones on that half-back line. Not too happy with Reece Jones. I don't think he's done too much wrong today. Coming in as Bradley. Been off the ground for about half the match, but Leeds got him covered like he did in that first half. It'll be half. What do you think about that, Bob? It's a 15-metre penalty. This gives Bradley a chance to send them deep into attack, and over it goes now to Meldrum. He's in. Well tackled by Tuck. That was a magnificent tackle by the Hawthorn vice captain. Back it comes to Glasgow. Glasgow gets to his feet, boots the ball up there towards the full forward position. Tapped on by Kerner and over to McClure. McClure is clear, gets a hurried kick down there towards the full forward position. Blackwell goes in. Wallace has got him covered over the top of him, and the umpire said hold the ball again. They couldn't work that out because he had no hope in the world of getting rid of that.
1-1.
Well, look at Blackwell going mad about it.
So he should. What chance is Blackwell have?
That's two rippers.
Loveridge down there in the back pocket. Over to Langford. Langford at the 50-metre defence line. Goes for a short pass, not a good one. And Robertson. Actually, Robertson hasn't played that badly since he came on the ground.
He's done okay, Lou.
He did so well the last time on Wallace. I wondered why they didn't put him on there in the beginning of the match. So the ball is out of bounds in the forward pocket for Carlton.
I think the choice there came between Blackwell and Robertson, and they went for Blackwell.
On the ball out.
What chance did Blackwell have of getting rid of that?
Ball back into play again. Backing up well as Mew drives the ball back, but there we see Big Matt on the way to take the mark about 65, 70 metres out. A quick hand pass. Over to Bradley. That's a hurried kick. Doesn't cover much distance. Punched out by Mew again to Platten. A quick hand pass to Ayres. And look at Ayres go. He's got a panic to run. And nearly lost that, but he recovered okay. On a Carlton to play within a mile. A long hand pass to Russell Green. This could be dangerous. A long shot. But he's up target.
He had Buckenham on his own.
Well, there were quite a few there. 7-13, 55 Carlton to Hawthorn. 15-12, 102. A difference of 47 points. And we're just on the 15.5-minute mark of this last quarter of the 1986 Grand Final.
Is it out of bounds without Hunter touching it?
I think he touched it, Pete.
Just. Would have been a free kick to Hawthorn otherwise. Hawthorn yet to score a goal in this final quarter. They've only scored 3 points. Madden. Motley. Motley on the 50-metre defence line for Carlton. Back to centre wing. Big pack of players there. And Morris has played the mark to Morris, yes. 2 hands on that one. Morris, though, at centre wing. Started on the bench for Hawthorn. Madden can't take it. Dean can. Looks for the hand pass. Motley onto Alvin. Alvin from left half-back flank. Meldrum and Tuck had a good duel all day. Tuck clever enough to get the ball over the boundary line. It will be a throw-in at left half-forward flank for Carlton. 16.5 minutes gone.
Well, time gradually running out for Carlton, Pete, if they've got any chance at all.
Yes, probably about 15 minutes left for play. Mackenzie goes the big thump and hits it straight to Chris Mew, who is upset. Motley. Hunter. Hunter at the 50-metre line. Kennedy in pursuit. Could just about be a goal. Off target, bounced through for a point. Now it's out of bounds. Boundary thrower. Right forward pocket now for Carlton. Alan Jeans. Norm Goss. And the statistics people from the Hawks looking a little worried, but they shouldn't at the moment, although Carlton doing better in the last quarter. Kernahan tries to get clear. I think we'll see a bounce here, which will take place right on the edge of the kick-off line. In Carlton's attacking zone, of course. By John Russo. Puts it down. McClure, high. Kennedy looks for the hand pass on to Wallace, who has to go around the boundary line, and it's out of bounds on the just. It rebounded off Peter Russo anyway, but it will be a throw-in. Throw-in at the 50-metre line. Carlton in attack. Knocked over the back to Morris. Mackenzie and Loveridge. Loveridge suckers it away from him. Up towards the edge of the square, and once again, we will see a bounce. 18 minutes gone in the quarter. 18
minutes gone in this last quarter. And Hawthorn 102 points to Carlton 55. Down towards Carlton's centre-half forward position. Knocked on by Madden. He's done that pretty well today. Robertson coming in. Oh, there's Ayres. Played a great game, but he's had plenty of mates out there today for Hawthorn. It's been a real team effort. Chance for Hunter to get clear. They grab him. That's their form today. Over to Blackwell from 45 metres out. A running shot at goal. It's not Carlton's day today. This last Saturday in September, it's through for another point. 7-14, 56 Carlton to Hawthorn, 15-12, 102. Even though Hawthorn haven't scored goals this quarter, Bob, they're still containing Carlton and putting plenty of pressure on them.
Yes, Carlton are not doing enough to look as though they can bridge the gap. It's doing almost look a good mark.
Going after it now is English. He actually threw that over to Dean, but the umpire gave him plenty of leniency there, and it's out of bounds. Crowd appealing for a deliberate throw out, but the crowd umpire not having a bar of it. It'll be a throw in from the centre wing position on the members' side of the ground. Well, both ruckmen missed that. Motley's kick is smothered by Abbott. Still another scramble there, and the umpire will ball it up once again. Hawthorn have been superb today. This is a typical Hawthorn battle here today. A side that we're very proud to watch. There's Motley with a blood nose. There's been plenty of those today. It's been a tough game, but Hawthorn showing that they're much the stronger side. As we see Holmes get it over to Kernahan. Back it goes to Glasgow. Looking for Hunter. He's got a chance to mark this one. He does. Gets away from you. And he's found that very difficult today. He's about 50 metres out from goal. There's the kick. McClure at the back. Kernahan's there too. And he's grabbed the mark. Now he's well within kicking distance. But right on the 20-minute mark of this last quarter, he's yet to score a goal. And the difference, 46 points. It would have to be a miracle for Carlton to win it, but we've seen funny things happen in football, Bob, haven't we?
I don't think so from this position.
No, I don't think so. But still...
Bradley coming off again.
Well, Bradley's had a bad day, and this fella hasn't been too hot either, Kernahan. There's the kick, and that's his first goal for the match, and Carlton have on.
I think the lack of enthusiasm shown by Carlton players, even though Kernahan kicked the goal, indicates just how demoralised they really are.
It shows how flat they are, Bob. So it's Carlton 8 goals, 14-62 to Hawthorn, 15-12, 102. As we approach the 21-minute mark of this last quarter. Waiting for the centre bounce again. There will be a hot time in their hometown tonight in Hawthorn, Peter, I should imagine. 62 plays, 102. 40 points the difference. Wallace couldn't get that out. Motley fumbled, and once again the umpire will ball it up at centre field.
Sure, Hawthorn to score a goal in the final quarter. They've added only 3 behind. Carlton have kicked 2 goals, 1. But the third quarter was the one that did the damage for Hawthorn, as it's knocked away by Madden to Russo. Russo to left half forward flank. Out comes Platten. English right there with him. He's got it on to Rodney Eade. Can Hawthorn score one in the final quarter? Dunstall leads out. Gets the hand pass on to Wallace. This might be the one that they needed. Wallace's shot is going through for a point at the goal umpire's feet. So 4 points they've added in the final quarter. A difference of 41 points. Dorotic looks for Evans. Motley grab when not in position will take the free kick for Carlton. Well, Evans it is rather. Bernie Evans at the 50-metre defence line. Looks for Hunter. At the back is Kernahan. Kennedy loses that one out. Hunter picks it up for Carlton. Carlton certainly still playing with a lot of endeavour and fighting it right out. Robertson. They certainly haven't given up the ghost. Meldrum, great juggling mark. And here's another one. He's only about 35 metres out. And Meldrum's kicked 3 goals. So Carlton's certainly not going down without a fight. Maybe this grand final's going to come alive after all.
Knuckle tuck misjudging that one.
Completely, yes. I suppose with 4 goals, Meldrum's had the better of Tuck today. Look at that kick. McKenzie. Well shepherded. Onto McClure. Onto Evans. Evans can't get clear. Now he can, but it's out of bounds on the floor. A shocker. And it will be a free kick to Hawthorn in the left back pocket to be taken by Richard Loveridge. With number 32 for Carlton, David Glascott standing on the mark. That confetti-type material you can see, I guess, is torn up phone books. And there's plenty of it at the moment, making conditions a little bit tricky. Morris at the back. Not fast enough with the hand pass. Curran got ridden into the ground, and he will take a free kick for an obvious push in the back. Curran, the left half-back flank for Hawthorn. Hasn't been the real damaging player that we might have expected him to be. Kicked 1 goal. Morris. And the 15-metre penalty for knocking the ball out of his hands. Doesn't wait for it. Gets it onto Russo. Russo's gone for a pass. The lead is by Platten. Dorotic is there with him. Brushes him aside pretty easily. Then slips over. Hurried hand pass to English. Platten still going. Brereton looking for a free kick. English down. Rhys Jones. Harms from right half-back flank. Short pass. He chips in beautifully. Looks for a free kick.
He's got it and gets it. Played a great game.
Certainly has, Bob.
He was in the reserves grand final last year, Rodney Eade. So was Gary Buckenara. Can he score another one from 50 metres out? Off target, I think, or did it hit the post? 1 point again.
4 goals, 3 Buckenara.
15-14, so they've scored 5 behinds in the final quarter. Hawthorn, and they still lead by 42 points. We're half a minute from time on.
Money now for the ball to come back into play. Falls short, and there's a mark taken by Dean at centre half back. Gives it over to Wayne Harms, in plenty of trouble here. Gets it back to Glasgow. Glasgow decides to go for a bit of a run. Sends the ball long over the half-forward line, but Langford's there to take a safe mark. Been a superb defensive Hawthorns today too, Bob. I'll tell you, this fella's been a great player today, keeping at it or putting at it.
All over the ground, Lou. The players have done the job that Alan Jeans has asked of them.
Certainly have. It's been a team effort. The tackling's been marvellous. Intercepting that time was McClure, but things have been pretty grim for him today as we see Hunter coming into the game now, but it's all over bar the shouting. Kernahan clashed that time with Mew, comes off the better. But Deere backing up, plenty of Hawthorn players there. He taps it on again. Down goes Hunter. They soon collar him. He can't get out. Finally, it comes out now to Dean. They've fallen on top of him, and the umpires decided to ball it up out there on the centre wing position. 25.5 minutes gone just about. There's Robert Walls, and no doubt very disappointed with his side's performance today. Just on the 25.5-minute mark of this last quarter, 15-14, 104 Hawthorn. For Carlton, 8 goals, 14-62. And the Hawks have got the grand final in the bag, as we see it picked up now by Russo. Out wide, coming into mid now is Curran. Dorotic chips in, but the ball is finally forced out of bounds. But it's down on Hawthorn's half-forward line, about 70 metres out from their goal. Over 101,000 people seeing the 1986 grand final. Touched on by English. It comes from Glasgow over there to Robertson. Robertson's kick is a short one. Punched away again by Abbott. Over it goes to Hunter. Back to Kernahan. They're coming into the game too late. Kernahan going for a run, having a running shot at goal. Mew upset there. The kick is on its way. We'll wait on the result. It's a goal to Carlton. 26.5 minutes to be gone. 9 goals, 14-68 to Carlton. The Hawthorn 15-14, 104. And that's Kernahan's second goal.
So the real tempo has gone out of the game, and I'm sure Alan Jeans will have the runner out trying to get his team to realise that you cannot relax no matter how short the time might be that Carlton have got left. So on replay now, we see Kernahan, a nice piece of shepherding by Wayne Blackwell.
68-104. Into the centre, time on being played. Again, Carlton get the ball away from the centre where Madden's been unbeatable virtually in the ruck all day. Tuck might have got one in the back as Meldrum dives on top of him, but umpire John Russo has adjudicated, and it will be a bounce. Centre half forward for Carlton.
36 points the difference, Pete. Just we approach the 27.5-minute mark, but it's all over by the shouting. Pete for Hawthorn.
Big pack of players. Knocked down to Russo, who's played an excellent game today. Brereton and Dorotic, they've had a great duel. Through goes Buckenara, offloaded by Dorotic. Brereton, can Hawthorn score that elusive goal in the final quarter out the Dunstan? He's kicked 5 around Dool. Great tackle by Dool, but Dunstall brushes it aside. This might be the one that they needed. And finally they break the ice in the last quarter. 6 goals to Jason Dunstall. He's played a fine game. 16-14, 110 to 9-14, 68.
Well, if ever there was such a thing as a nail in the coffin,
that's it.
That certainly is it. Dermot Brereton puts the ball out in front of Dunstall. He does well to get past Dool, steadies, and puts it through. For his 6th goal, a great effort when you consider the fact that, Dool put it all over him in the second semi.
Hawthorn realising that the siren about to go, there's a mob of players and officials on the boundary line, but back to the centre, 68-110. Knocked down by Deere on this occasion. There's the siren, and Hawthorn are premiums. In 1986, the Hawks winning their 6th VFL flag, defeating Carlton. The scoreboard 110 to 9-14, 68.
Well, they're certainly a happy club at Hawthorn. It was a fine effort today. It was a team effort. And it's a bittersweet match today, Bob and Pete, because there's their coach, Alan Jeans, a very elated man, and so is your bet. Let's go down now and around on the ground. Peter Donegan.
Thanks, Louis. Alan Jeans is with me now. Alan, well done. Any anxious moments? Ron Cook just making the congratulations. Alan, of course, will go over and join his players, and deservedly so. It was a real team effort last week, and even a better one today.
Thank you very much.
Well, Alan, I think, wants to join in the celebrations, and we certainly don't blame him for that. We'll join some of the players in a moment, but let's go back in the meantime to Peter Lambert.
Okay, thanks very much indeed, Peter, and the players grouping in the centre. Hawthorn in the last 4 grand finals, and Bruce Doyle playing his last game today, being congratulated there by Jack Hamilton.
And I think he's been congratulated by just about every Hawthorn player too, Pete.
That's typical of the Hawthorn football club. As I said before, Pete, a little bit of bitter and sweet. Sweet for Hawthorn, but bitter for Bruce Doyle playing his last game, Bob. And it's a very sad occasion for football in general, because players like Bruce Doyle only come around in a lifetime, do they? Every now and again.
Yes, there's a monument as far as this game is concerned, an ornament of football, and there's the man, the great Bruce Doyle, finished with football, and
59 games, Bob.
magnificent performance over his career, and a shattering one today, as the whole team just couldn't put it together. But what a great performance by that club there, Hawthorn Football Club, coach Alan Jeans being chaired by the team, and what a great team performance it was.
Well, Jeans must go down as one of the great coaches, because he coached Hawthorn, St Kilda, their first premiership in 1966, and how long has he been at Hawthorn? This is his second premiership, and he's one of the guys that coaches a football team that's respected not only by his own players, but players and officials and coaches of other teams. He's a great man for football, and the reason why he's such a successful coach, Bob, too, besides his knowledge of the game, is because he loves football so much.
And Michael Tuck, another great man of football too.
Let's go down once again to Peter Donegan. He might be getting wet with champagne.
Yes, we will be any tick of the clock now. Paul Abbott's here and enjoying a celebration. I don't think he wants to talk. I think he just wants to join in. We've got Chris Langford here with us. Chris, congratulations. That must be a real load off your mind.
Oh, it's stuff that dreams are made of. It's a great moment.
Especially after the last 2 years, the disappointments too, and the disappointment of 2 weeks ago.
Certainly, 2 weeks ago was to get a bit of a waking up, and the last 2 years we've got a bit of pride back to the club. It's great.
Chris walked with us over because the celebrations are going to start, but it really just does go to show what a great club Hawthorn is, because they always pull together. They've done it today.
Yeah, well, it's great to fight back and show that we are a club. We've been there 4 years, and 2 out of 4 is not bad.
Well, Chris, you've waited about 3 years for this feeling. Go and enjoy it.
Thank you.
Chris Langford, more shortly. Back to Pete.
Right, thanks very much indeed, Pete. Well, the official presentations to begin in just a few moments. Each Hawthorn player will be presented with the medal. The Premiership Cup will be brought out, and we'll be back for that after this message.
Good news, guys. Bleach is back in a big way at Just Jeans. Check out these Oakley Check Easy Fits. They're built for comfort, not speed. So who's in a hurry? Pick up the essentials.
2 points in the 1986 Grand Final as we go down now for the official presentation to our Master of Ceremonies, Ron Casey.
Hello. Hello. Congratulations to the Hawthorn Football Club, winners of the 1986 Costas Premiership Cup. It's my pleasure to announce the winner of the Norm Smith Medal, Hawthorn's Gary Ayres. I now invite former player Percy Barnes. Now invite the Prime Minister of Australia, the Honourable
Robert Hawke to present the Premiership Cup.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to congratulate the Hawthorn club. They're a great club, a no-nonsense club, and they've deserved their win today. They've showed with a grit and determination in winning today that they deserve to be ranked as one of the great clubs of the modern era. Congratulations to the club, to the captain, Michael Tuck, to the coach, Alan Jeans. You can't have a grand final without a losing side. And also congratulations to the Carlton club for having got this far this season and for having done their best today. Congratulations to Hawthorn and to all their players.
And now would you honour the players by presenting their grand final medallions. Firstly, number 2, Chris Mew. Number 4, Peter Russo. Number 7, Gary Ayres. Number 9, Robert Diapierdomenico. Number 11, Gary Bacanara. Number 14, Greg Deere. Number 15, Russell Morris. Number 16, Terry Wallace. Number 19, Jason Dunstall.
Well done, Judge.
Number 22, Richard Lovery.
Well done, Richard.
Number 23, Dermot Brereton. Number 25, Peter Curran. Number 26, Rodney Eade. Number 28, Chris Langford. Number 29, Russell Green. Number 30, Peter Schwab. Number 34, John Kennedy. Number 39, Paul Abbott. Number 44, John Platten. And number 17, captain of the Premiership team, Michael Tuck. captain on the dais to accept his medallion, and then the Premiership Cup, the coach of the Premiership Club, Hawthorn, Alan Jean.
Captain Michael Tuck and the victorious coach Alan Jeans holding aloft the Premiership Cup, and they'll do a lap of honour with it now. And as they're about to do that, let's go downstairs to our man on the scene, Peter Donegan.
Yes, Pete, well, the players are just leaving the race and just about to go on that lap of honour, so we'll see if we can grab especially the Brownlow medalist, Bertie Dippy Domenico. Very happy Russell Green walking past. Russ, how does it feel?
It's just unbelievable. 6 weeks ago I was in the seconds and I didn't think I'd get in there. Unfortunately, blokes like Rob Lester Smith got injured, and I was fortunate enough to come in, and I mean, it's for those blokes we play for today.
Enjoy the lap of honour, mate. And there they go now. Bertie Dippy Domenico just in front of us. He could hardly walk before, and just as he starts the lap of honour, Bertie, the greatest week of your life.
Yeah, it is the greatest week of my life. I started training for this last year, the day after the losing grand final, and I couldn't expect anything better.
You don't look too good, but I bet you feel all right.
I feel all right.
You go and enjoy it too, mate. And, of course, the captain, Michael Tuck. Michael, you've been waiting for this moment for how long?
7 years.
Well, it must be just a sensational feeling to stand in front of this crowd, especially with these guys who have done just such a marvellous job all year.
Yeah, great team effort today and everything like that. So that's the part of it, really. The team makes everything so much better. The individual won't win it.
Well, Tucky, take the cup around and enjoy the moment. Michael Tuck, Rodney Eade just walking along. What a magnificent job he did. Rocket, have you got the strength to get through that banner, mate?
No, mate, I think I'll run around it. I think I'll take the easy way for a change.
All right, well, join your mates. Rodney Eade, a fantastic feeling out here on the ground. And these 20 players from the Hawthorn Football Club deserve this moment. 100,000 people salute 20 great champions, the 1986 premiers, the Hawthorn Football Club. Let's go back to Peter Landing.
Well, thanks very much indeed, Pete, with the Hawthorn players taking the cup and dipper over to the Hawthorn fans who were gathered en masse behind the goals in the bottom and also top deck of the Western Stand, and the Hawthorn players now beginning their lap of honour here at the MCG. Bertie doesn't seem to be limping anymore, though.
That was a real fine effort by Bertie Domenico to break that barrier after being limping so badly before that, but it's a marvellous thing for him winning the Brownlow medal, Hawthorn first.
I think he would have been able to get to it with 2 broken legs at this moment.
That's right. What a great effort by Hawthorn, Bob. It was a real team job, and of course that's typical of that Hawthorn club. They never know they don't know what the meaning of defeat is, do they, really?
No, and there were some of the unobtrusive type players, such as Paul Abbott, who did superb jobs for their club. First of all, he put Mark McClure out of business. Then he did likewise with Stephen Kernahan. Chris Mew mightn't have finished with great stats, but he made sure that any kicks that Kenny Hunter got were really earned from everywhere on the ground. Dermot Brereton had the better of John Dorotich. I thought probably Justin Madden, English, Robertson did quite well when he came on. And, Alvin did a good job, although early in the piece, D.P. Domenico was the catalyst in a great start for Hawthorn. Peter Russo, and one of the old stages of the Hawthorn side, Rodney Eade's game was superb. Not to mention, of course, the tactical move, and it was a great move by Alan Jeans of Ayres under the wing.
OK, network stations just about to leave us. We hope you've enjoyed our telecast today from the Melbourne Cricket Ground of the 1986 VFL Grand Final, repeating the final scores.